Alright, let's get this show on the road. Updates to the channel. I'm no longer going to be reacting to the shorts because in my attempt to figure out what the hell was going on with the channel strike thing, found plethoras of horror stories of how people's channels got deleted because of reacting to shorts. So I'm probably not going to be doing the YouTube shorts anymore. I'm going to stick to the content that isn't going to get me a strike. So far, I haven't gotten a strike for any of this content. So I'm going to continue. I know for a fact Asmon shouldn't, because he goes on his stream and he talks about how he wants more people to use his content. So it should be okay in that regard. But yeah. I don't know what it is with the guy that struck me. He's been acting kind of weird. So, like, I was able to use the YouTube's automated system to, like, counter the strike. So he's got, like, 8 business days to try to take me to court, apparently, which I didn't even fucking realize that's what would happen. But, like, my stance is, like, I didn't get any money from the video, and I just got monetized yesterday morning. So, like, if he really wants to take me to court, I don't think he's gonna get anything out of it because the video didn't get any revenue. So, like, I don't think that, I mean, in 8 days, if he doesn't have, like, a court order filed on YouTube, in 10 days, if he doesn't, it has to be 10 business days. If he uploads a thing, that's the only way he can get it, like, taken back. But, like, I told him in an email so many times, I was like, dude, if you remove the strike, I will take the entire stream down, because it's just the stream. It's one stream from Thursday of last week. I'm like, it kind of feels like what he's trying to do is control what I'm doing, and I'm like, nah, man, I'm not down for that. Because all the other people that I've reacted, it was that stupid video about Death Stranding 2 that I just randomly woke up that morning and I saw it and I thought it might be interesting for the stream, so I just threw it up there. And then I was like, and then all of this bullshit came. Dude, my discoverability is absolutely non-existent right now. It is fucking gonzo. And the alternative was gonna be to wait 3 months, but I'm like, dude, if you really want to take me to court for, like, no money because I wasn't even monetized at the time, go for it. I don't have any money. I don't have any assets. I don't own anything. So, like, even if you did win and you did win a sum of money, I would just delete my YouTube channel and get, like, a normal job. I don't have anything to give you. I have nothing. I don't have anything to give anybody, so actually I might not even do that. I think I might be able to just coast here until, like, who knows when. But it wouldn't get anything out of me. You're trying to suck money. You're trying to suck blood out of somebody that's dead. It doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. And like I told him so many times, I'm like, dude, if you just remove the fucking strike, I will take the video down. I will take the whole stream down. I took it down on every other fucking platform. He didn't go to the other platforms and strike me. No, we're gonna do it only on YouTube. And what's crazy is just like, dude, come on, like, give it a rest. You're not gonna sit here and, like, try to gaslight me into doing stuff. I was kind of waiting for him to be like, you should send me money, and I'm gonna be like, nah, you could upload the documents or I'm gonna sue your ass for extortion. But, like, he gave some pretty good criticism, and I'm gonna kind of take that to heart. But, like, I'm not gonna, the only thing that I'm really gonna change with what's going on right now is the YouTube shorts, because I heard a lot of people got really close to getting their channel deleted because of the shorts. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to do the YouTube shorts anymore. But if you guys drop links now, I'll ask the creator of the actual video. If it's not a if it's like a solo video, then I'll ask the original content creator before I react to it on stream. So that's why it's going to be really important for you guys to drop links in the Discord now, because I'm going to have to ask their YouTube channel, especially now that I'm monetized. I'm going to have to ask them, yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. I'm like, the guy's just trying to, I don't think he's being an asshole. I think his reason is valid. But I'm gonna say that I don't think he's going about it the right way because I am being reasonable about this. I haven't been aggressive at all in any of my emails towards him. I'm actually trying to sort this out without having to spend 90 days in purgatory. I'd rather spend 8 days in purgatory than 90. So, like, I just don't think that a 6-minute video is worth 3 months of not being discovered. That's completely ridiculous. I just don't. I mean, if he really wants to take me to court, he's gonna get fucking nothing out of me. I don't have anything, and the video didn't make any revenue, so I don't have anything to give him because I wasn't monetized at the time. So, and the streams won't get monetized regardless because they have so much copyright in them. So, like, the thought that you could even take me to court over something that wasn't going to get monetized anyway, like, each video that I upload, including the streams, have a chance to be copyright and not monetized. All the streams that I've done so far that have been, like, these kind of streams, they're all copyright. None of them can be monetized. Period. There's no money that can be gained from this. When I stream knowing there's not going to be any money. There's no money in this. He's got quite a bit of subs. He's got like 300,000 or something like that. But, like, again, you could take me to court, but I don't have any money. And the money and the thing is that stream only got I think he got around like 60 or 70 views, and the watch hours were like maybe 4 hours. More like 4 to 7. So, like, if you do 7 watch hours, I think it's like 0.3 cents a watch hour. So, like, if you really want to take me to court for, like, was it like $1.50, maybe? Then, like, I guess, but I just don't think it's worth the headache. I wouldn't say that I'm helping, but I also would say that I'm not hurting it either. Because, like, he could try to take me and be like, well, he took views away, but I really didn't. I didn't at all. It was only part of a stream. So, like, I didn't do anything. I just reacted to it, and to be quite frank, I'm not trying to be a dick. It really wasn't the best anyway. That's kind of why I didn't have very much, like, talking during the video. So it's like, I just didn't find it very... I should have ended the video sooner. That's what I should have done. But, like, I just didn't. And that's on me, I guess, but... But, like, he's over here trying to be like, well, why don't you do more at X, Y, and Z? And it's like, dude, I'm not going to change my whole channel flow because of this. It's the only time I've been struck. Out of all I've done over 300 reaction videos in the past 3 weeks. I'm not about to change. It absolutely blossomed like a beautiful rose on my channel. I got monetized because of that. I'm not about to stop now. I can't. It's working, so why would I? And, like, if you really want to, then you can, but, like, like I said, you're not gonna get anything from me, because even the court would look at, like, the fact that it only got 75 views, and then look at the actual one on his channel and be like, you really want to do this? Like, I don't know. I think it'd be a waste of time. I really do. It would definitely just be a waste of money, because, like, we're not gonna get anything out of it. But yeah, I'm gonna be stuck with no discoverability for at least 2 weeks, unless he uploads something that, like a court order or something or another, but, I wasn't aggressive at all, and I don't want to be aggressive. Like, I understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, he has to understand where I'm coming from too. Like, it's, it's a double-sided sword. No, I don't want anything from him, dude. I mean, maybe at the most just to pay for court fees, but, like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to take somebody to court over something so frivolous. It's just silly. It wastes both of our times. It wastes both of our monies. Like, it's just dumb. I just don't see the point to it. And I told him so many times that if he just would remove the strike, I would take the video down. But like, it is what it is. Somehow YouTube thought, because I'm trying to be like, dude, that's fair use. Like, I actually did input some things and I laughed at it, gave it some comedic commentary. Like, I kind of feel like I added to the video, but I didn't. The thing is I didn't upload that video separately. That video was part of a stream. So, like, you're trying to hit me for a 6-minute video and a 4-hour stream. Brother, you got to find something else to do with your day. I'm sorry. You got to. You seem like a real cool guy when you're not, like, all aggro, but, like, you gotta. And what's crazy is, like, before I sent in the thing, I emailed him and I was like, yo, can you remove this? And then I waited for, like, at least a day. And then I was like, okay. So I sent in the, like, fair use. And I even told the thing on the fair use, I was like, if this gets taken, if he doesn't upload the thing in 10 days, whenever it is unlocked, I'm gonna take it down anyway. It doesn't have to be up there. It's too much headache to keep it up. I'd rather just take the whole stream down and call it a day. It's not gonna get monetized anyway, because there's other content on there that has music that is copyright. So, like, I don't care. It's just a stream, dude. Exactly, like, and I talked to my fiance, and she's like, well, if it comes to that, then we'll get a lawyer, and that's just all there is to it. But the way things are going with the channel right now, I really like the way they're going. I'm enjoying reacting to stuff. I'm definitely going to start asking before that. I think that's the only thing that I'm guilty of, is that I didn't ask before I used it, but, like, kind of had a nice flow going with it. So, but like I said, unless if it's new content that I haven't, like, interacted with, drop it in Discord. I'll ask. Oh, articles. I want to do more articles, guys. Drop articles like how you dropped that kid with the social worker. I can pull that shit up on the spot. There's no negative to pulling that shit up on the spot. So put that shit into Discord, and I will pull that shit up on stream the minute you do. Find me some articles, and I will fucking react to that shit. If it's a YouTube video, I'm gonna have to ask the creator. So try to keep that in mind.
Smoke this shit with me.
But I mean, like, 2 weeks for my first time is reasonable. 3 months is kind of overpowered. Like, let's be honest here. Like, that's a bit excessive. That shit wouldn't drop off until October 30th. That's how long I'd have to wait for that to drop. And I was like, dude, that is just crazy. Especially whenever I'm doing so well just to get hit. Do you understand how many shorts I've reacted to? Each one of those creators could have hit me at any time, and they didn't. They still can, and they haven't. And it's like, you're the only one that's trying to give me trouble. And what's crazy is with that video, I woke up that morning and I saw it, and I was like, oh, this looks like it might be fun. Who knows? Maybe it'll be fun. And that was a huge mistake. But it doesn't matter, because whenever he hit me with the strike, I wasn't monetized, which means there was no monetary gain. I didn't have any viewers, which means there was no gain. There was no loss to his viewership. And, like, overall, like, it doesn't make a difference. Like, I don't have anything to give you. Yeah, money-hungry fools. That's right, man. You're right. But, alright, boys. Let's roll into some more J-Daddy. What really sucks, though, is because I'm gonna see... So, the next time Boom Morphed again responds on one of my videos, I'm gonna tell him to put me in one of his AI videos and see if he does it, boys. You think he'll do it? You think he'll, like, try to transfer me into one of his videos to do, like, a collab with Bigfoot? Wouldn't that be fucking awesome, dude? Oh my god, I thought about that last week, and I was like, dude... It sucks because he just uploaded a video, and I think they took it down. But every time I've reacted to Boom Morphed again, dude, he's hit me up in the comments and said, Boom Morphed again, and I'm like, there he is! The next time he does that, the next time he uploads a video, I'm gonna ask him to put me in a Bigfoot video.
You want to smoke this shit with me?
Whoa, what is that?
They call it the weed Todd.
A weed Todd?
Weed Todd.
Weed Todd?
Sounds freaking tight, dude. Let's go. Man, get the fuck
Weed
over
Todd.
here.
What the fuck is a weed Todd? What is a weed Todd? It says here, weed Todd likely refers to either Todd McCormick or Todd Rundgren in the context of cannabis. A renowned advocate so Todd McCormick is a renowned advocate for medical cannabis, and Todd Rundgren, the musician Todd Rundgren, has partnered with a Michigan-based company to release limited edition cannabis strains. Boys, we got limited edition cannabis strains now. What in the hell is that? What? You can't tell me this video's not informative now. Suck it.
Let's go.
What? Limited edition cannabis strains. What the fuck? Bro, you know that shit's limited edition. Bro woke up on the floor. Jesus. Holy shit. Oh my god, he's naked. Oh my god. Is that shit on the toilet? Oh my god, dude. This looks like a bad version of The Hangover. Why does he have a gun?
What the fuck is going on? Oh god!
He's got shit on his face!
Oh god! It tastes like shit!
Yeah, I can imagine it does.
It tastes like fucking shit! Don't worry, Tony! I'm coming!
Oh my god, dude. Bro, that's how you know you got that good stuff, man. You got that good limited edition cannabis. Bro woke up. I wonder if it's his own shit.
What the fuck did you do? Come on, you dirty son of a bitch!
Is he trying to walk and he can't walk?
Take off my jacket.
Oh my
I
God.
take off my jacket. Maybe I'll make it in time. Don't need to lose.
Yo, I need some of this cannabis, bro. Oh my god.
In my leg. Get the fuck off me!
He's got it in his eye.
I can't feel my legs.
Oh my god. Did he just die?
Johnny, my jacket's choking me, Johnny. Fuck. Stay with me, Johnny.
Oh my god, dude. What is this? Oh my god, he's got it.
God. Huh? What? Is I gonna fucking shoot myself? I was gonna kill myself. What? This is a fucking robbery. I want all the money in the house.
Oh my god, dude. It's always whenever you're fucking disoriented. It's always. It never fails in the US. Bro, the minute you get knocked out, someone is trying to loot you. It is a PvP server up in this bitch.
God, no, Johnny. Get in the fridge. I'm pretty fucking hungry. God, Johnny. Slide me the gun. Okay, here you go.
Oh, it's gonna go off. He's gonna go off. Oh, okay. Oh, he actually got him. Nice shot.
What?
Australia has a lot of spiders.
That was a great video. J Daddy kills it every time, bro. Every time J Daddy kills it.
Australia has a lot of spiders, but recently we found a new one, because of course we fucking...
Dude, Australia. How many, let's see, hold on. How many species of spider are in Australia? Oh my god, there's around 10,000 different species in Australia. How many are in the US? How many different species of spider are in the US? Surely can't be more. Oh my god. There's about 3,500 to 4,000 different species in America than there are in Australia, bro. Australia's fucking cooked. Australia's donezo, brother. Oh my god. 10,000 different species. How many of those are venomous, I wonder? How many different venomous spiders are there in Australia? 66. How many different venomous spiders are there in the US? How many different species of spiders are venomous in the US? Bro, it said there are thousands of spiders and then it said a few. What does that mean? The two most well-known medically significant are the black widow and the brown recluse. And people trying to say that. So, like, whenever you get bit by a brown recluse, it sucks because it causes rot. And it sucks.
And the new one is the most certified Australia moment I've ever seen. For a bit of context, one of the several thousand spider species we are home to is the Sydney funnel web. The deadliest...
Okay, so I have stories about this spider, dude. So, as a child, this spider scared me. It's not in America. It's not like what you think. So, whenever I was at home, I was by myself because my mom would have to go out and work, and I was home alone all the fucking time. I had no choice. So I was watching something, and it was one of the few times that we had TV in my life, actually, funny enough. But I was watching, I don't know what it was on. I don't think it was on the Animal Planet. I think it was on something else. It was like some kind of documentary. And it showed, it had like this is one of the most deadliest spiders in the world. And then it has like the funnel trap thing. I shit you not, just like the box where you open it, it popped out and it scared the shit out of me. I fucking got up, ran, tripped, and fell. Ate shit. And then realized it's on the TV, and I was like, oh my god. That was one of the only times in my life where I actually mindlessly ran. I don't know what caused it. Maybe it was just the time of the day. Maybe my hair was flipped the right way. I don't know. But it actually scared the ever-living shit out of me. I don't know what caused it. I don't ever act like that. And I just, like a fucking NPC, that got up, ran, and ate shit. And I was like, did I have like a mental break in the 5 seconds that this spider popped out of the fucking hole? Like, what happened there?
Spider on the planet. Because of course it's down here. Where the fuck else did you think you were going to find it? These scary looking fuckers are highly venomous and can flatline you with a bite in 15 minutes.
Yep.
And if you think wearing thick clothes will save you...
You have to wear steel-toed boots in order to protect yourself from the funnel web spider. Not a lot of people know that it will chew through hide and bite you. If you step too close to its burrow, it will go through the leather. You have to wear steel-toed boots.
Be aware the bastards have fangs long enough to punch through shoe leather. Now, why do I bring these little nightmares up? What is the one thing worse than a spider?
It is possible for this spider to kill a horse. If you're wondering.
Rocking armor-piercing rounds that can send you to heaven with same-day delivery. A bigger spider rocking the same...
Now, I'm talking about the trapdoor spider. I don't know what spider he's talking about.
Set up. That's right, Australian scientists have found a brand new species of this funnel web that is even bigger. How much?
Are you fucking kidding me? How big is the spider? How big is the funnel web spider? 15 centimeters? Of course the females have to be longer. It's the only damn fucking species on the planet where the females are longer and they eat the males.
Bigger? Well, the standard Sydney funnel web grows to around 5 centimeters or 2 inches. And I mean, if you're asking me, 2 inches is more than enough.
That's too big. That's too big. It's too big.
Fucking huge. By comparison, this is the new one. It's twice the fucking size, cunt.
Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? Why does it need to be bigger? Bro, we need to cut off the oxygen supply to Australia before their shit takes over the world. Like, seriously. They just discovered this damn thing.
4 inches of 8-legged menace to the animal kingdom.
It's 8-legged menace and poison.
That isn't even the best part. You see, do you know what they named this thing? Do you know what professional scientists named a supersized version of the most dangerous spider on the entire
Dangerous Volume 2. Dangerous Volume 2.
fucking planet? The Newcastle Big Boy.
No way! Is that real? The Newcastle Big Boy spider. A newly identified species of Sydney funnel web. Oh, dude, I love it. It's found in Newcastle area of Australia. These poor people are fucking being spawn camped. No! We need to send them help. Send the U.S. Army. It's called the Big Boy, dude.
Deadliest spider on the entire fucking globe. Big Boy. Only in Australia.
So here we go.
No. Oh no. All right, I think this is the last J Daddy one. I think this one might be new. Let's see. Oh my god! I actually have a story. I have a story about this. So check this out. So my instructor, whenever I got my handgun license to be concealed carry before the Castle Doctrine passed in Texas, so he told us a story about how he had just passed this lady, and she was at home, and so there was a cop. I'm not sure what led to the cop being in the house, but it wasn't her husband, okay? He was trying to use this as a way to sell the, it's like insurance in case you shoot somebody. So what happened was that she was upstairs taking a shower, and somehow this cop got in and was rooting around in her house, right? I guess someone had called to do like a wellness check or something, don't know. But she came out because she heard something, and she looked down the stairs, and she had her gun already. She had went to the bedroom, grabbed it out of the cabinet, and went to the stairwell, and then looked downstairs, and there he was. And he looked up at her, and then she shot him. And the man tried to sue her. And it was like, what? So the insurance that she had protected her and was able to countersue him for damages, because she actually couldn't touch a gun after that because she developed some sort of PTSD from shooting the cop. She didn't understand how traumatic it could be. She couldn't pick up a gun again. And she won. That was crazy to me, the fact that the cop tried to sue her for rooting around in her house just because he was trying to use the gun and badge as like oh, I'm here for a reason.
No, I didn't mean.
You know, I still strongly believe that if you walk into somebody's house at night or during the day and you get caught, your body no longer belongs to you. When you walk across that threshold after you break down someone's door, you forfeit all rights to your body. If it's a break-in. Oh my god! Oh my god, dude! What the fuck? Oh, uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can I even show this?
So
Oh my
every
God.
time that I
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, dude. That is crazy, man. I would like to take the moment to thank all the people that keep popping up, like Nigel and Shake, and all the people that currently aren't here. Because, like I said earlier, we are monetized as of yesterday morning. And it has been a long road, boys. Now that I'm limiting how many shorts that I'm watching, there is a good chance that we will be returning to the hour end gaming. Meaning that the last hour of the stream, I will probably start playing games again. Yeah, but you guys kept showing up. You guys are here. You guys are chilling. And let me know if the fucking ads get too annoying. Because I think if I moderate you boys, the ads kind of fuck off. I'm not looking to gain any monetary gains from the streams themselves. I've gotten most of my views from chopping up the videos. I want you guys to know that I do these streams because I like y'all's company and y'all are cool as shit. If y'all are the only ones that show up for the entirety of my YouTube career, I will be perfectly fine with that. Just so y'all are aware. It is fun to sit here and shoot the shit. But now that I'm going to be limited on, I've got so much because it was the weekend, and I didn't do anything yesterday because I was really fucking depressed with the whole like lawsuit possibility thing, and I was like, dude, oh man, like if I had known that that's what it would have led to, I'd have been like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this, but like I was more concerned with not having to spend 3 months, which was a big mistake. I should have read more about what exactly could happen, and that was a big dumb on my part. I even told the guy, I was like, instead of trying to take me to court, just fucking take the strike down and put it back up, and I'll wait the 3 months. I said that in the email that we sent yesterday. I was like, dude, you could just take the strike down and put it back up. I won't challenge it. Because I didn't know. Because like I looked at Reddit and everyone was like, challenge it. And I was like, all right, I'll challenge it, I guess. Okay, sure. And that was a big mistake. I do feel kind of dumb for doing that. Because I do kind of feel at fault. But I'm not going to say that I am, because I kind of don't feel like it. It's and the reason why is because like it is fair use. I feel like it's fair use. I mean, it's kind of like when you walk out into a public place and you you don't expect like someone not to record you because you're in public. It's a public space. But I know that that's obviously not how it is, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, boys. Let's get back to it. Enough of this shit. So we did this already. We're going to remove this. We're going to remove this. We got all the J Daddy stuff. I'm going to be honest with you boys. Unless these guys, more Perez and J Daddy upload more, there's a good chance there probably won't. Oh, and big, oh God, what's his name? I can't think of his name. Boom Morphed again, upload more content. I'm going to have to probably wait a while to get any more comedy stuff. Because I'm going to try to stick to all the news, the big news media outlets, like MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, because those guys aren't going to do anything yet. They haven't done anything yet. I'm going to stick to Tectone, Asmongold, and Moist Penguin because they understand how the game works, you know? They understand that you need content to react to for it to be a reaction. And then, like I said, with that lack of comedy in the mornings, sometimes it's going to be sad, and I hate it. All the membership he got, though, if he can just put it. Yeah, but, like, I don't want to use that as a reason, man. That's kind of a jacked up reason. You know, like, I don't like using that as a reason. I think that I should have asked, yes. And I didn't realize that he had an email. I probably would have. But I'm also going to say that every time what's crazy is he didn't even respond to me until after I countered the copy strike. I emailed him and asked him to take it down and that I would take the stream down, and he said nothing to me. And it's been like that with every person I've emailed on YouTube. They do not respond to you, dude. They act like you don't exist. So it's like, how am I supposed to grow a reaction channel if everybody's not responding? Because it's easy for me to prove fair use in court against Asmongold because I can just pull up a clip of him saying it on stream. Of like, yeah, use my content. Sure, I don't care. I could do the same thing with Tectone. I could do the same. Well, I don't know about Charlie, but Charlie understands the game. And he understands how hard it is to become a content creator. So he gets it, you know? He actually gets it. So Somehow, this is still a problem. Oh, wait, you know what, guys? Hold on. I'm tripping. We got lots of gaming stuff to cover. Hold on. I'm stupid. Oh, yes, I'm also gonna stick to everything other than the shorts, because the shorts, every time I put a short in there, it's by a different creator. So, like, I don't want to risk running into this problem again. Like, that's why I'm, like, kind of locking down on this now. I had planned on doing this last week before the strike. I was like, I want to lock down, not, I want to limit my getting fucked up. I don't want to get fucked up constantly, because I only can take 3 of those community guideline strikes. Those, not community, 3 of those copyright strikes, and then my channel gets deleted. I don't want to deal with that. Nuh-uh. Okay. Here we go. If you haven't played Virtuous Fighter, I would recommend it if you're into fighting games. Kind of expand your palette. I played it once. Not this one. I think it was on the PlayStation 4 and it was free or something. It was okay. I would definitely put it almost as good as Mortal Kombat. So if they're making a new one, like I said, I won't play any fighting games. I'm not a big fan of fighting games. To be quite frank, I'm just not very good at them, and I think they're kind of boring and repetitive. But that's just me. It's my opinion. That's cool.
Ready, go!
Damn! Oh! Whoa! Oh! Whoa, is that the first time that's happened? Wait a minute. Does Mortal Kombat have a system like that? Look at that system! That's clean! Oh, oh, oh! Oh! Whoa! I want to see some more of that, like... It's kind of impressive how far games have come. Because, like, Mortal Kombat and all those games used to be, like, the same looking-esque. They always looked like they were, like, upgraded. Kind of like how Metal Gear Solid 3 was for the PlayStation 2. They always looked like they were... The graphics were so crisp and clear that it didn't look like... It looked like it was ahead of its time. Like God of War 1 and 2, it looked like the graphics were ahead of its time. And now every game kind of looks the same. So, like, the whole graphics thing is just kind of... It's kind of faltered and faded out of existence. That's cool. Boop. We have... So, I've seen the trailer for this one at least once. Maybe even twice, but now we've got some actual weapons for it now. We watched it on Friday or Thursday or Friday?
Let me be your vengeance. The blade in your hand.
If I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this looks like a Final Fantasy rip, but I do like how it looks more like Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy 16 for me was really fun to play, if it's the one I'm thinking of with Noctis in it. Final Fantasy 16. Yes. If you haven't played Final Fantasy and you haven't played the Final Fantasy franchise, I would absolutely 100% recommend Final Fantasy 16. It was my first experience with a Final Fantasy game, which is not a good one because it's not turn-based. But it was really, really good. And it was such an immersive and expansive world. I absolutely got lost in it, dude. It was amazing. It was an amazing story. It was an amazing gameplay. It, in my opinion, was probably the best game that I've played from the Final Fantasy franchise. I've played 10 original game. I've played the remake of Final Fantasy 7. I've played is it 17, 18, one of those with all the like cutscenes. I didn't like that one at all. but this one reminds me of the combat in Final Fantasy 16 a lot. It looks kind of like Noctis a little too. Was it 15? Yeah, it's probably 15. With all the cutscenes. Damn. That is a cool sword. Whole blade. Why is he okay, so I was gonna say, why is he using it like a casting staff? That's cool. This looks a lot like Final Fantasy 16. It looks so damn, or 15, sorry. Yeah, a little bit like Devil May Cry as well. It looks kind of like a mix of both, doesn't it? Oh, you get a scythe too. That's cool. This looks like it's gonna be really good. That's really cool. Swiftly weapons? What is this? Oh, you can switch weapons mid-combat. That's cool. That's crazy. This might be a really good game to play. It looks like... See, like, I think that's what's going on with the Souls-like genre. Is that, like, a lot of these games, these new Souls-likes, they're trading off the factor of being fun with just straight difficulty, and that's not what a Souls-like is. A Souls-like is, you have to gear yourself up for the boss, and then you solo the boss. And it's supposed to be rewarding, but whenever the boss is so hard, it's so hard that you're having trouble to the point where it's taking you 2 and 3 hours, it's just not worth it. You don't get any gratification for beating it. It's a, oh my god, I finally beat it, thank you Christ. And then you get stuck with another one, and you're stuck there for like a few hours. It's just not... That ain't it, man. That's gonna be a fun game. See, that the gameplay looks really fun. Oh, and you can get sword skins, too. Also, if I start making an okay amount of money, I'm probably going to start buying Magic the Gathering cards, and we'll do unboxings on stream, and see if we get any good, some good ones. That's the 29. Yeah, so we'll probably start doing some unboxings of some Magic cards. I do have some Magic cards on the Throne Link. Oh, and the voice box, the voice thing that I'm just gonna say it. I'm fairly certain. I think Nigel mostly paid for it. If there's somebody out there who actually put money down on it, let me know. But the voice changing box is incompatible with my setup because of my microphone. So I've got it stored. When this mic kills itself, or when it does when it dies, I'm gonna get a one of those podcast mics that you see. It should be compatible with that. And I'm also gonna be taking probably some time next weekend to see if I can't get the sound effects to go into the computer. And if I can, then we'll at least have some sound effects. I just won't be able to change my volume of my mic. Because the aux jack, this thing doesn't run on an aux jack. It runs on USB to, like, the old PlayStation 3 controller jack. So it won't work. I had high hopes for it, too. It works really well, and it has a battery in it, too. So, like, the voice box is fucking awesome. I just can't, I don't have a way to hook it up to my mic. It's not compatible, and there's no, like, adapter that would work for it. I looked, and I couldn't find shit, dude. Yeah, I did. I looked. It's because the like, I would need it's like an old PlayStation controller adapter to an aux cable, which is, like, weird. It's a weird mic, but it's a good mic, dude. I really like this mic. So I can't hate on it too much. So this is a horror game that was originally released on PC. It's coming to PlayStation. If it has a point where it's free, we might end up playing this. Just a heads up. It's creepy, dude. It's a scary game. Apparently it did really well on Steam. I watched some gameplay. It looks really good. I definitely recommend this if you want a good horror game. Okay, so let me give you some context. What is it called whenever you're shut in China? It's based on hikikomori. If you're not sure what that is, so it's based on somebody who is a shut-in their house or in their parents' house, and they don't go out, they don't have a job, they don't do anything. And if they have a job, they only, like, go out and go home and don't do anything else. I mean, it's pretty much America in a nutshell, but they will go out of their way to not go in and stuff. That are called the hikikomoris. And this game is based on that. It's based on some kind of monster that's going after people that do this. And I thought it was really cool. I think it's a really cool concept. What the? Oh. PlayStation. Sick if we did Silent Hill playthrough. I mean, the way things are going, there's a good chance that whenever there's a good chance that we will most likely be playing Silent Hill F. I don't know how good it is. I think it looks mid. I think it looks too much like Silent Hill 2 remake, but maybe it's just me. But, like, I don't really know the story, so if anything, the story might be good. Dude, the music in the storyline in the second game is phenomenal game. I have no complaints. That stuff, dude, like, every time I rewatch that, every time I replay that game, dude, I get some nasty feelings I don't like, dude. Because of the music and the style and just, I don't like it. So, let's see what this is. At first, okay, I think it is. It looks like Little Nightmares, but it's not. This looks like it's going to be really, really good. If you haven't played Little Nightmares, there's a good chance that at some point I'm going to play them. So kind of just stick around. But I definitely plan on playing Little Nightmares at some point. Both of them. And I'll probably put this on the wish list as well. I did not know that THQ Nordic made Little Nightmares. I did not know that. A little knowledge for you people that don't know. That's awesome. I believe Little Nightmares is also multiplayer. I don't know if you can play single player. I'm not sure. Let me see. Because every time I've seen someone play it, it's always been multiplayer. Can you play Little Nightmares in single player? Can you play Little Nightmares 2 in single player? Yes. Okay, so you can. You can play them both in single player. There's your knowledge for the video. You can't say that I didn't add to this video. Like I said, boys, I'm trying to hit the checkbox at this point. because it was campaign slide. Yeah, it is. It does have a campaign, but you could also play it co-op. And I bet you could play this one co-op as well. From what I understand, you can play both Little Nightmares 1 and 2 in co-op. And I can almost promise you, if the same developer made this game, it'll be co-op as well. So if you got a partner you want to play with, or a kid you want to play with, this is what you want. That's terrifying, by the way. And it is a horror game, so keep that in mind. I'm not sure, is Little Nightmares a psychological horror? It is. It is a psychological horror. So, like, be mindful of that. Of course, this is going to launch on the... What's that? On the Nintendo Switch 2. I saw the Nintendo Switch logo down at the bottom. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to make this exclusive either. Okay. So, I've got a special place in my heart for Darksiders. I played the original Darksiders 1 and 2 whenever I moved to Texas, whenever I was in high school, during summer. I would go, this was whenever PlayStation 3. This was during the PlayStation 3 era. The PlayStation 4 was not out, but the PlayStation 3 GameStop deals were, like, abysmally amazing, where you could go there and get, like, a bunch of games for, like, $10 and, like, use that Power Up Pro card. Dude, it was so good, man. So, like, I got Darksiders 1 and 2, not thinking anything of it. I was like, oh, these look cool. I'll take them. And I played the first one, fell in love with it. Played the second one, fell in love with it. Saw plays of the third one, and I was like, what is this game? I was so disappointed. Like, it felt like it was during the beginning of the woke era, and I was very disappointed in what I had saw. I was so disappointed, I didn't even play it. I didn't even watch anybody else play it. I just saw gameplay in the trailer, and I was like, nope. Nope, absolutely not. It looked less like a single-player story and more like a Hades-style roguelike. And I was like, I don't want to play this.
You will be hunted.
And if you don't know, Darksiders, you're playing the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. The first one you play is war. The second one you play is death. And there's a loot system in the game, so you, like, whenever you kill something, depending on the difficulty, drops really good loot that do crazy things.
The White City for certain.
It's a lot like Diablo, without all the multiplayer crap, and without all the, like, stupid stuff. That's about the best way I could describe it. It's like a console version of Diablo, but just better.
The Council. And there will be others.
Ow!
You would wage this war alone?
Oh, damn, it's war.
No, not alone.
Oh, is it gonna have multiplayer? That's unfortunate. Oh, are they trying to do it like Diablo? Are they trying to have you, like, pick a class? Let me see something. Hold on. So we got... It should be all 4 of the horsemen, right? Let's see. Oops, hold on. So we got war. This is, you actually play as him, that's death. The third one you played as her, which is wrath? And then you got pestilence over here. This ought to be interesting. Hopefully it's good. The last one they made was not very good. In fact, I think the ratings for it were terrible. What were the ratings for Darksiders 3? Oof. What were the ratings for Darksiders 2? I mean, they're not... I enjoyed the games, okay? But no, but the third one was definitely worse for wear. Let's just say that. We got the Killing Floor trailer, Invincible. We got Street Fighter, Tekken, Battlefield. That's more Battlefield. Actually, we'll put this here. We'll move this up. Oops. Go back. There we go. We got Pirate. Okay. Okay. Check on something real quick. Okay, it seems like it's good. Yobi, I'm eyeballing my emails now. I sent out some requests to like react to some people's stuff, so hopefully. Yo, that would be fun. Co-op with a stream? Hell yeah. What the fuck? Hold on. This is Killing Floor. Oh! Damn! I can't believe they're making a third one of these games. These games must be selling really well if they're making a third one. Like, I haven't played it, but does it even offer single player? Let me see. Does Killing Floor offer single player? Yes. 1 and Killing Floor 2 offer single player modes. While the games are designed for cooperative multiplayer, they can be enjoyed solo. Really? How hard is the single player of Killing Floor? So it seems like it's pretty fair. Or, like, not fair, but, like, challenging but rewarding. So, like, a good balance. It's very hard to find a game nowadays that's balanced whenever it's meant for, like, multiplayer people like this. This looks cool. The graphics have really changed a lot from the first game to the last game here. Something going on here? Oh. Got like no viewers all of a sudden. Oh, there you guys are. What the heck happened? There we go. Sorry about that, boys. What happened? The music is banging too. Yo, I'm really happy to see a studio like this come as far as they have. They deserve it because this game, the other games look really fun as well. I've never played them. Maybe at some point I'll actually play them. I should. There's so many games that I need to play. That looks so cool. All right, so I'm actually very interested to see if this game is going to be good. I'm very skeptical, but it looks like it might be really good. Hopefully it does the show justice. If you haven't seen Invincible, absolutely recommend the show. It's fucking awesome. I think it might be getting nominated for an Emmy. Are there any reward recommendations for Invincible TV show? Nothing yet. What is the rating for Invincible TV show? I want to look up some actual like scores here. Give y'all a general idea. Reviews for Invincible TV show. 4.8 out of 5. To give you guys an idea. 4.8 out of 5. Rotten Tomatoes score of 99. IMDb 8.7 out of 10. And Common Sense is 3 out of 5. Do we have actual like audience reviews though? That's really what's gonna matter here. Let's see those audience numbers. 91%. So on you can use Rotten Tomatoes. The average tomato meter is 99, and the average popcorn meter is 91. So to give you an idea, we'll go to IMDb if you're like, oh, I don't care about those. Let's see. On IMDb, it's 8.7 out of 10. I don't see an audience score on IMDb. I'd imagine that's why they're getting so much hate. And we got Common Sense. It seems like the only one that even allows a person to score it is... weird. Yeah, well, there we go.
To this planet for one reason.
Oh, is that Dear Old Dad?
To
We get the
conquer it.
trailer for
Get up!
Omni-Man. Oh, he's got his original uniform.
Come here, you little shit! Had enough?
You'll never.
So I'm not gonna give no spoilers, but I'm gonna say that when you see Omni-Man, usually he's in his Earth uniform, being a superhero. So I think I said in a prior stream that he is from a planet. I'm gonna keep the spoilers minimal. I'm not gonna say anything that's too crazy. He's from a planet like Superman, but he's nothing like Superman. And they're kind of more like, they're like a hybrid of Super Saiyans and Superman, kind of. But like, this is their attire from the planet he's from.
This planet.
So you ever see him in this attire, that means that it's either a flashback or something crazy going on.
Pay attention!
It's kind of like a robot. That's what you usually see him in.
Time for a lesson!
Combat in this looks really good.
Trying yet!
It's a little hard on the eyes. I hope that they fix that
you got there,
before they
kitty cat.
release the game. It is a little hard on the eyes, I'll say
Your little
that.
fireworks can't hurt me.
Because it like, I can't tell what's happening here whenever I see the puffs of smoke. So like, what kind of makes the Street Fighter and all the other ones kind of really stand out is that you can really see what you're doing. I can't really see what's happening. So I know for a fact that if I played this game, I would have trouble understanding, not necessarily the mechanic, but understanding how it like affects. Because like for Virtual Fighter, if you were to kick yourself up, how that guy was able to leg sweep, it would be harder to perform something that precise with something like this. So it kind of feels more like a puncher game than anything.
Pay attention! Coming in! Thanks! Thanks! Listen to me! You don't seem to understand.
Damn! That's his son, by the
Battle
way.
is yours to win.
But yeah, that looks really good. Okay, we got Street Fighter 6, boys. Oh, what happened? My opinion, just me, but I don't like it. Doesn't really feel like a... Yeah, I've seen that a lot on videos that I've posted about it. And I think they should take the feedback into consideration whenever they make this... Whenever they make that game. It looks more like a button mashing game and less like a fighter game. So like I think that's what I was trying to say whenever we watched it like just now. But it doesn't seem very like fighter game styled. Now, if they want to put their own spin on it, go for it, but you can't be mad if the criticism you get from it just isn't good.
You ready? Top player is here.
So I have played Street Fighter a total of 3 times in my life. and it was the same game. I got on, played through. Oh, damn. It was not Street Fighter. I'm retarded. I'm sorry. Never mind. I've played Street Fighter once. I played it once at an arcade, and it was not. It was so the arcade that I had went to was for a date, and what it was is you go in, and then they have consoles set up, and you can play any console and like pretty much any game you want that's on the console and stuff like that, right? So, and Street Fighter was one of them. And I wasn't very good at that one, as it turns out.
Too easy. Beast mode, baby. Sure thing.
But the only thing that really mattered was that she wasn't either, so.
You know what they say. If you're off the boat, prepare to get washed.
Make way for the ninja star!
Aren't they making a Street Fighter movie? Are they making a Street Fighter live-action movie? They are. I actually think so. Like, we've got a Street Fighter live-action movie coming out, and we also got the new Mortal Kombat movie trying to come out. Not the Cage one, the weird one with all the women in it that are like bald, and it doesn't look too good. The Cage one looks fun.
When poison prevails, it's a wonderful feeling. I have you. Another mission awaits. Do you plan to fight us all?
I mean, if you guys want to make sales, you gotta cater to that audience, man. That fanfare is great.
Talk is acquired. I'll show you the power of my company. Now you understand. Don't underestimate me. Are you ready yet? It's go time!
Good night. One of a kind.
That looks like it might be pretty good. I mean, there's not really a point. Oh shit. There's not really a point in showing gameplay. I just closed something, didn't I? What did I just close? Son of a gun. I closed something. Oh, I think it just opened up a new page, right? Let me see. Oh, what's happening? It's like a stutter. Yeah. Close that one. Okay, now we're on this one. Tekken 8. I am kind of surprised they're coming out with another one. I thought they were done. Oh, homemade pizza, dude. I'm jealous. Homemade pizza is the best. Especially if you do it right. How many characters are in Tekken? How many characters are in Tekken? 30th anniversary, huh? There's 32 characters? Jesus.
Now, let the world hear
See, what's gonna have to happen whenever they get to 30, so this is the 30th anniversary of Tekken. In 2 more years, what they have to do is every year they have to make a new character. So that way, every year that Tekken keeps going, there's a new character. I got you guys. That one's for free.
Shout his name! Thirsting for revenge, the jet black villain returns to the...
I remember playing as the Lion and really liking playing as the Lion. So whenever I got the PlayStation 2 version of this game, I don't even remember how I got it. It wasn't in a case, I know that. But I played, because they had like this combat mode where it's kind of like a side beat-em-up game, like a side-scroller beat-em-up game, where you have to go in and kill the mobs. And the Lion seemed to be the quickest. I'm not a big fan, and it could just be that it was the older versions of Tekken. I'm not a big fan of how the characters move in Tekken. Not at all. I don't like how slow they move. Like in Mortal Kombat, whenever I played that for the PlayStation 2, whenever I pushed a character back, he would walk back. But in Tekken, it kind of felt like your walking animation was very limited. So you couldn't just walk backwards. You were kind of like animation locked, bobbing there, and you couldn't move forward or backwards. And I wasn't a big fan of that. That looks cool. That looks really sick.
Get ready for the next battle!
Oh no, you got an ad? No, I'm sorry. We'll wait. We'll wait. Let me know when you're back. Let me type it because he's in an ad. Oh, he's back. Okay, you back. I was gonna say, let me know when you back.
Turn 8.
If you guys get an ad, let me know. I'll stop and wait till you guys get back. Damn, that looks sick, bro. That looks so sick. Damn. Okay, so they've made a lot of changes to Tekken. I like the animations and how the characters look.
I'll show you just how scary.
That looks badass. Yo, you know there's always that one guy that you go up against online that knows the one thing that, like, pushes your buttons just the right way. Like, you'll be beating his ass, and then he, like, does a stun breaker, and then you just get annihilated, and you're just like, dude, you were fucking with me. I know you were. I played through a lot of the Mortal Kombat games for the PlayStation 2. I got, like, a box set. It had Mortal Kombat Armageddon. It had Mortal Kombat. It had like 2 or 3 of them. And I played through the main story, and obviously at the time there was no like multiplayer. Like I mean, like you could do co-op and like fight each other, but I didn't have anybody, so like I just played all the campaigns and did everything in them. It was pretty fun. Like a lot of the campaigns back in the day, dude, they were just so good. Even if it was a little shitty game. The campaigns, like, you had to sell a story, so, like, they were just good, because they didn't have graphics to, like, hemorrhage money into, so it was just so good, man. Oh! Yeah, it's been a while. I think the last time I touched a fighting game was probably that date, but before that, it was probably before... It was definitely before 2012? 2013? Oh, the levels break. Dude, whatever happened to that? They used to have breakable levels in Street Fighting and like games like this. I remember that being a big selling point in the PlayStation 2 versions of like Mortal Kombat and stuff. It's like they just, I guess I'd say that I haven't played them so. Boom! Boom! Damn. That looks cool. That looks like a lot of fun. The gameplay looks very nice. That's the original. I don't know why. Why did they take the tiger out originally? Why did Tekken take the tiger out? There is a big ambiguity surrounding the removal of the tiger from Tekken, as it could refer to either Tiger Jackson or the tiger associated with Kazumi Mimishima. So I guess they took it out for controversy around who it could be representing. I mean, they could just say it's not representing anybody. I think it's a good thing that they brought this character back. He hasn't been around in a while. That outfit for that tiger is badass, dude. Damn. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, you notice how, like, you notice how the Invincible game, you couldn't do something like this? You couldn't, like, yeah, you couldn't do that. So, like, he's gonna run, and then the guy jumps off the back wall. Because of how the gameplay is set up in that Invincible game, I don't think it's gonna be, I don't think the gameplay is gonna cut it. It looks too much like a brawler game. Damn. enjoyed was Street Fighter. I haven't played a lot of Street Fighter games. Boom. Damn. Crazy. I think that's good enough right there. This is a remake. We got another remake, guys. These games came out from the Thai Nordic. They did like it was like an event on Friday or Friday or Thursday of last week. It was like a stream that revealed these new games. They didn't have a lot. They had some. Some of them looked really good. Some of them were just like, you know. So that's where these games are coming from, if you're wondering why there's so many.
Have you ever wondered why the formation of the barrier went out of control? I know the other mages haven't, but I'm not like the other mages. I see everything. And I see how the barrier affects all living things.
Gothic 1? When was Gothic released? Oh my god. Oh my god, this game is ancient. Gothic 1 was released March 15th, 2001 for Windows. 2001. Bro.
This God's forsaken colony. Every convict will eventually succumb to its influence. The old
I'm not gonna lie, whenever I hovered over the thumbnail for this one, I thought it was a movie. I was like, I don't know if I can, and I looked at it and I was like, that's a game.
with their pitiful illusion of order and safety. And yes, the so-called Brotherhood of the Sleeper, worshipping their mysterious god. They might be onto something. And the orcs. You might dismiss their culture as primitive, but it would be prudent to study them carefully. Maybe the key to all of this lies buried deep under...
You know there is somebody somewhere with a basement that is filled with these figurines. If this game has been out since 2001, and they're going to remake it this year, like, you know there's a guy whose entire life is shrined to this game.
Their sanctuaries. I cannot unravel these mysteries all alone. I need allies.
That's really cool.
Allies who look out for more than their own survival. Allies who accomplish...
Yo, that chicken sound is ancient!
Impossible.
Oh my god, you remember hearing that chicken sound on, like, cartoons?
I will meet soon enough.
Damn. The hype. It kind of looks like Skyrim a little bit. Damn, they had graphics like this back in 2001? There's no way. I'm kind of surprised they didn't just rebuild the game system from the ground up using Unreal Engine 5. Like, Oblivion. Oh, nope, it looks like they did. Hold on. This looks a lot like Skyrim. That's cool. That's really cool. You could play as a wolf. So, like, what I really miss about playing Skyrim, like, I've played it till I've been blue in the face, dude, like, literally. I have spent thousands of hours into Skyrim. I really appreciate the aspect of freedom in Skyrim. If you hear about the... and let me explain why. If you hear about the Thieves Guild from, like, hearsay, you can find the Thieves Guild and join it. If you hear about a vampire, you can find a Vampires Guild and join it and morph into a fucking vampire monster. It's so cool. You hear about werewolves. You can join the werewolves, become a werewolf, upgrade your werewolf skills, and fight vampires. You understand, like, how crazy that is? That, for its time, even now, is revolutionary. because games aren't made like that anymore. It sucks that they're not made like that anymore. I think it looks too good too. That looked like an Oblivion belt buckle. Hold on. It looks like the Skyrim crest, but it's not. It looks like a Hearthstone. It's got the like shape and then like the squiggle on the inside. Oh, early 2006. 2006, dude. Oh man, I messed up. I'm already back in like the ancient era of the 2000s, man. Early 2026. There's so many good games coming out. It's kind of crazy how fast these games are being pumped out as well. Like, I'm kind of skeptical if it's going to be good or not. Oh, and they're re-releasing the classic Gothic. That's pretty cool. I don't know if anyone would play it. That looks crazy. This was released in 2001? How is this... What? How is this not talked about more? That's crazy. This looked really cool. I saw a little bit of the screen title of it, and I was like, oh, wow. Our people living beneath the earth. If I become a religious. Clouds. Protest yourself from God. How to make dough ball into a pizza shape. I'm going to lose my shit. Oh my god, that's funny. You call yourselves. Oh, okay, here we go. Got some gameplay. Is this VR? It's like a first-person, Yo, this looks like Skyrim. Why does everything look like Skyrim now? I should stop doing that, huh? Comparing. You would be surprised at how many developers hate it when you compare their games to something else. So we got actual puzzles. Halls are thick with secrets. I'm not gonna lie, this atmosphere looks baller, dude. This looks completely awesome. Like, this looks amazing. I'm thoroughly impressed with this atmosphere. The enemies look really cool as well. That looks so cool. This looks like it might be a really good game. That's cool. I saw the leveling system as well. Damn, look at that, he's level 6. I like that leveling system, I like how that looks. Yo, why is it that other game companies are having to pick up the slack that Bethesda has not like decided to pick up anymore? It's annoying.
우단 그도한시 우단 회다 기파.
Hammer away the dough. This looks like it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a PC exclusive as well, only on Steam. I wonder if they'll port it to Xbox or if it's gonna be Steam only. That looks really good, boys. Two more games. Got some more Battlefield stuff.
The year is 2027. The world is on edge.
Hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah, okay.
Major European countries have left NATO, while the US...
Hold on. Let me go back and restart this.
The year is 2027. The world is on edge.
That's really fun.
Major European countries have left NATO.
So they're trying to do a play on, like, I guess the NATO thing that is recently involved in our news and in our democracy.
While the US and its remaining allies grapple with the fallout.
There's a lot of people saying that this could be the game that we've been looking for as far as, like, actual, like, single-player experience / multiplayer online experience when it comes to first-person shooter games. Battlefield, if there was ever a time to make a comeback, now's the time to do it, boys. This looks amazing.
Looking to fill the power vacuum left by this chaos, turn to a massive private military corporation with deep pockets and the latest tech to reshape the global balance of power. This army is Pax Armada.
Pax Armada.
They represent a new breed of enemy, sophisticated.
I wonder how they came up with that name. Hold on. How did they come up with the name of Pax Armada for the enemy resurgence group in Battlefield 6? It's Latin for armored peace. In the context of Battlefield 6, Pax Armada is a private military corporation, PMC, founded by former NATO states, whose actions threaten to spark a global conflict. So, they got it, but where do they get it from? The choice of the Latin name might be intended to invoke a sense of historical gravities or even a twisted sense of order amidst chaos, fitting the idea of a powerful organization pushing its own definition of peace through military force. That's where they got the name. That's a really cool name. Pax Armada.
Unafraid
Armored
of
Force.
NATO's tattered remnants are wounded and battered, but this hardened alliance is determined to stop Pax Armada.
I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but if this was real, bro, whenever I saw that missile that hit that apartment building from America or wherever, the fact that it hit the apartment building, blew up the single room, and took out the person it was supposed to without harming anybody else in the building or starting a fire, I was like, oh yeah, no. How do you don't fight something like that? You just submit to it.
This violent conflict will introduce you to a cast of memorable characters as you fight across the globe.
By the way, all the characters look like hardened badasses.
Turning gunfire in the streets of Cairo.
How many main characters are there, I wonder? How many characters do you interact with in the main campaign of Battlefield 6? Well, the exact number of key characters is unconfirmed. Interactions are expected with Dagger 1 to 3 members, including Murphy. Murphy's returning. The player takes the role of an elite Marine Raiders unit, Dagger 1-3, battling the private military company Pax Armada. Do you play as the same character? Do you play as the same character through the entire campaign of Battlefield 6? You don't play as a single protagonist throughout the entire campaign. Okay. So it's going to be you'll be switching people whenever you play Battlefield 6. That's really cool. I miss that in a lot of these games.
On the shores of Gibraltar.
Welcome.
Like, there's nothing that's quite like the experience of being a woman sniper in behind, like, Soviet lines, sniping people, and then, like, being, like, pushed over to being a pilot fighting Japanese fighter pilots, and then being shivved over to, like, Normandy where he stormed the beach, like, on D-Day. It's just kind of...
World
is D-Day, right? D-Day was the beach storming at Normandy, right? I think it was Normandy. Yeah, it was D-Day. Funny enough, I learned that from playing the old Call of Duty games.
Battlefield 6.
This looks like it's going to be really good. I am super hyped for this game. We might play the campaign on stream. There's a good chance we will.
6 for us is Battlefield taken to a whole new level.
It looks intensified by 1,000, bro. You got they really made this one stand out.
For us, we wanted to get the core combat right, the destruction, all-out warfare, and the classes, and do the best Battlefield we've ever made.
Now, Battlefield.
Hey, Battlefield's a franchise that's been around.
I remember back whenever the original Battlefield launched, and the multiplayer was absolutely game-changing for the industry, but it was the only one that did it. Even to this day, I don't think that Call of Duty does it right.
For 20 years, there's been, a lot of things that have been done really well along the way, and when Battlefield really hits things, it knocks them out of the park. So this is about taking, like, all the best pieces, all the best things that have been done that have resonated with fans over the years, and putting them together in one package and amping them up to the next level. Just so much learning from that DNA of Battlefield, those only in Battlefield moments that just, you can't get anywhere else.
When we look back, as particularly at Battlefield 3 and 4...
I'm sorry, I should say, what was game-changing about Battlefield's multiplayer was the ability to go from being a ground unit to flying a plane to loading in a tank. That was what was very game-changing about Battlefield. Because at the time, Call of Duty didn't even get that until recently, actually. The ability to do multiple things in one map like that. Like, the Battlefield experience is like an all-encumbering everything experience. It looks good. And I feel the same that my chatter does, Nigel. He said that, or got in a fish, hit him up, subscribe to his channel, show him some love. He said that Call of Duty has really fallen apart, and it has. And I think it's because of all the microtransactions that they're basing their entire game around. We had to, like, keelhaul them just to make them make a single-player game this go-around with the last game, and it wasn't even worth the crap. It was terrible. The ending was awful. The gunplay was nice, but, like, it didn't have the oomph that we were looking for. I miss the days when all of these first-person shooter companies were competing against each other, but now it feels like they're so busy trying to compete with the gamers themselves, they don't know what to look for anymore.
Those are games that inspire us, that we think are super iconic, and they're fan favorites. They're favorite of ours, they're favorite of our players. And so that was a lot of motivation behind us too, is that we wanted to build the spiritual successor to those two games.
Oh yeah, the fact that you can you do this on PlayStation 5? Is the map builder for Battlefield 6 also going to be included on the PlayStation 5, or is it PC only? Patrol Map Edition on Battlefield 6 will be available on PlayStation in addition to PC. So this will be a reason why I know it's a dumb question. I get it. But the reason why I asked is because I know I should not be comparing these games. I should not. I'm probably going to get some backlash. I'm probably going to get canceled. Mind's Eye had a map builder or creator, and it was only for PC. So I had to ask because for the most part, there's not really a whole lot of games that have been coming out that allow map building, unless you want to count like Fortnite. But I mean, let's be honest here. Come on, guys. Let's be reasonable. So I had to ask, okay?
Portal is something really special for us and for Battlefield. We think it's a really unique part of the Battlefield universe. And for us, the big push behind it was we wanted to give more power to players. And for us, that meant adding a spatial editor. It means
or Roblox.
adding UI scripting, AI scripting.
Roblox isn't a game. That's a moneymaker, man. Get out of here.
So that we could really give our players the tools to really have their imaginations go wild with what they could create with Battlefield. So that was the big push, is to get more power in the players' hands and see what they come up with. But on top of that, for us, what we want to celebrate what the players create. So if they create amazing modes, we want to put it on the front end of our UI, right next to our big time conquest playlists and things like that.
Bro, that's what's up. So if you create a map and it goes and it plays really good, there's a chance you could end up next to the multiplayer on the main screen. That's really cool. W developers. It took how many? It took like 4 years for us to get gaming back. And now they're trying to close it all back up, man.
And the third part of it is we want our players to get rewarded for playing them. So we wanted to make sure there's XP integration into those creations. So all three of those things are a big part of Portal for us.
We want people to
What do you mean XP integration? Oh, so you mean like even if the map is made by a person, you can still get experience. That means that it's probably really heavily, I hate using this word, micromanaged. So I'm going to take this with a grain of salt because I don't think Battlefield wants to hinder its players, but that probably means that it's going to be really hard to find glitches that will give you EXP fast.
Portal, run with it, have fun with it, and do that we don't expect. Like that's what's going to be.
Hell yeah!
And there's so much power there that it's going to be fun.
Hell yeah, man.
For us, everything started with the core combat. And for me, it's like, that's the hallmark of a Vince Zampella experience, is that the combat's got to be superb.
Yep.
And so we've spent
that right there where you can just jump through a window off a ladder.
Is that the combat's got
that is amazing. I am blown away by that. I know that Rainbow Six does something similar with that, but to this scale is impressive. And the fact that everything is breakable and you can use the rubble to climb up to other stories of the building once you've shot a hole in it is insane.
And so we've spent
I just really hope they did it right. I hope that it's not like, how can I explain it? I hope that the buildings don't feel like paper when they break. If you understand what I'm saying by that, like the old school games that had like the breakable objects, whenever you'd shoot them, it felt like you were shooting paper. It would break so easy that it would be like, it would be weird.
Time and resources and making sure that we basically rebuilt it from the ground up. And our core combat team with David Sterling and stuff, they're maniacs. Like the amount of attention they've put into the gunplay, the movement, the feel, the audio, like we think it's the best Battlefield's ever been. So that's the moment-to-moment gameplay. Then we layer on the destruction. We know Battlefield's famous for destruction, but we think we've taken it to a level our players have never seen before. And it's not just
This will probably be the only thing. This will probably be all that we watch of this video. I want to say one more thing. The last game that I could think of that was even remotely as destructible as this was Red Faction. And they made a Red Faction Guerrilla, but it wasn't the same. But Red Faction for the PlayStation 3 was probably the best game for destruction. And then they had Infamous. I played a lot of Infamous. It was okay. It was, I played like everything in the third one, did all the challenges, and it was okay. I think that those games, the reason why they stopped doing so well is because they're just too big. When you've got so much in the game that it feels overwhelming, it's too big. It doesn't make players want to play the game. It just makes it feel overwhelming. And I hope that this game doesn't feel overwhelming at first. Now, from all the scores that I've been seeing on it, for people that have played the open beta or alpha or whatever, I don't think that's the case. I think this is going to be a really, really good game, and I look forward to either playing it or seeing plays of it. So I didn't even know that this was a problem. I saw this uploaded 20 hours ago, and I decided to add it. I thought this was kind of crazy. The fact that you have people trying to make fake cam videos of body cams is kind of crazy.
But over the last year or so, I've watched a
month ago, I made a video covering the YouTube channel known as Bodycam Declassified. This channel has blown up over the past few months, making fake bodycam arrest videos with inflammatory titles and content that they present as real to get millions of views.
Scott Schaefer made 2 videos covering this topic, specifically Bodycam Declassified, who seems to be the biggest culprit. Their videos go viral, at least were going viral pretty frequently.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're publishing something like that and trying to say that it's real, then that's a problem. But I mean, if it's obviously staged, then and you're trying to pass it off as real, I feel like you should get some repercussions from that.
And people were under the impression that it was all legitimate. So they spread...
I mean, you have to really take everything you see online with a grain of salt. You really do. You can't really, like, claim that everything you see online is real. Like, you just can't. There's so much manipulation that can be done to videos now. There's so much AI content now, like... nothing really crazy.
It went viral on multiple...
You can't really claim that every video on the... Or, like... I'd imagine that, like, a solid majority of the videos online are kind of probably fake.
Different platforms. When I stream and I watch, like, a police chase or something where a guy hops in a fucking lawnmower and cranks it to 10 miles per hour for the slowest speed chase you've ever seen on the East Coast, and I would be inundated with requests to check out this...
Hold on, give me a second. Okay, boys. I've got news about the thing this morning that happened over the weekend. As the constructive criticism being in a niche is helpful finding an audience. The guy responded. I got an email here. Bro's a legend, by the way. He just removed... Bro, he is fucking awesome. Like, maybe I was misunderstanding what he was trying to say, because he did give some really good criticism, but then, so let's see. Since I genuinely don't want to spend any more time on this, I have to going to let this claim expire on August 18th. It should bring the video up again and or right after that date. Please remove the video then. And he said, please try to turn a new leaf. And brother, trust me, I had already started making new ideas for the stream. So he's going to let it go because he doesn't want to waste any more time with this. Thank God. So it's not going to be 3 months. It'll go down on August 18th, which will be next Friday. I'm going to set an alarm so that way next Friday, whenever the video goes back up, I'm going to remove the whole stream. Actually, that was another thing I wanted to say. There's a good chance that I might be taking down or making private all the live streams, depending on how much of a headache it is. So try to keep that in mind. There's a good chance that I might start making the live streams private. I can't get anything off of them anyway. And the thing is like, not a lot of people go back to view the streams, but maybe if they do, then I will. But W. Matthew McCloskey, W. No Lawsuit, and W. Takedown of live stream video. So, legendary dude. Let's keep rolling forward. We've got a lot of stuff to cover. The next 2 weeks, my discoverability, will be completely shot. So if you guys see videos go up, or if you guys notice videos on your feeds, please click on the videos, like them. If you get into the streams, please like the streams. It helps. Because I went from getting like 100 views a video-ish to like 7. And that's generous. This has completely annihilated my discoverability. My viewership tanked the minute this hit my channel. Completely tanked.
Catalog of custom.
So if I'm thinking about going back through all the live streams and taking them down, just to make sure that this doesn't happen again. And to be on the safe side, I might go through today and do that. Just don't, like I said, don't be concerned if you see like all the streams not being posted. I may even move them to members only. Once they're published, I may move them to members only. Just to be on the safe side. Because like, I'm going to be honest, I don't think anybody's going to fucking... But like, at the same time, they could still strike me. I'd rather just not take the chance. I may end up taking down all the streams. Oop. But let's keep rolling.
Here with these fake body cams from people that were under the impression that they were real, because this channel presents them as such.
Since my initial
that's the problem that I see with this. You can't... That's fraud. That's fraud, by the way. A lot of people don't understand that, but that's fraud. That is 100% fraud. You can't do that. If you say an amount of money is going to a certain thing, and you don't spend it on that thing, and you say that something is real when it's not, it's fraud. And what's crazy to me is the fact that they would lie about this. Your videos would probably benefit more from you telling the truth, because when people find out that you're lying, they're going to take your stuff down.
On May 29th, Bodycam Declassified has uploaded a total of 10 new Bodycam videos, and interestingly enough...
By the way, that's information on the YouTube side of things. If you really want people to stick around, the best thing you should do is I don't know, my camera was looking weird. The best thing you can do whenever you get asked questions about something is just be honest. Seriously. They're going to figure it out regardless. Just be honest.
3 of those videos are real body cam footage videos instead of the normal fake videos they upload. It seems like they are doing this to trick new people into thinking they...
No. And it's not going to be strictly gaming streams. I'm not going to do strictly gaming. It will probably be like an hour stream at the end of... an hour of gaming at the end of the stream. Whenever I don't have enough videos to cover the full stream. And that's if there's a good game. If there's anything out that's new that I would like to play, I'd like to start doing like day 1 releases. I might not finish the game on stream. Because, like, in all honesty, it just gets really boring to see the repetitive stream stuff, you know? So, like, it's, it can be weird. Let's just say that. It's weird. Because it has to, there's like a time frame, so I'll try to react the whole stream, but if not, then I'm either going to have to find something else to react to, or find a game, which... Given the amount of time left, I think I'd have to pre-time it. If anything, I'd have to be like, I have to stop at 11 to stream the game for an hour, and then I'd probably take the game out. Okay, I'm ranting, but yes, like that would be the goal of it.
They are a legitimate Bodycam channel, but if you spend 15 seconds watching their videos, it's clear by the Darman level
agent and how the officer lives to regret it, that kind of thing. Into thinking.
I didn't want to pull too much from this video. I just saw that someone was obviously lying about the fake cam stuff. And I don't want to use like too much of this video because this video is kind of long, and I want to keep my videos kind of short. It's easier for people to click on shorter videos because it doesn't seem as intimidating. But like, the thing is with, and the streams are going to be fine. We're not gonna change anything with the streams. Only like what's in the stream, like the core like structure of it. Like I said, we're just gonna get rid of the shorts, and we're gonna probably like if you put a link in the description to a YouTube channel, then I'm gonna probably ask the creator before I react to it, unless it's from a major news media outlet like CNBC or CNN or like an actual like news outlet, or if it's from like Penguins, Tectone, Asmongold. Like if it's the same stuff, then you could link it. But if it's something new, like a new creator, I'll probably have to ask them first, which would probably it'd be for my benefit, not necessarily for like the stream's benefit, because I don't want to fucking deal with this shit again. Absolutely not. No, thank you. So like, once everything, but the stream schedule is gonna stay the same. Like I'm not gonna do anything crazy. It's gonna be the same streaming schedule, like 8 to like noonish and Monday through Friday. Oh, you back? Okay, welcome back.
That it
I
was.
don't even watch this. We can kill that. Okay, so, oh right. What I wanted to say about the ads, I mean not the ads, the fake body cam stuff is like, if it's satire enough to pass as real, just say that it's fake. Like, you will get more people admiring how you do your work than trying to pass it as fake. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna get found out. You're gonna always have this one mistake in there that you're not aware of, and it's gonna throw the whole thing off.
Really not looking good for Pirate Software. There's an update to the Pirate Software drama.
Actually, you know what? There was more that I wanted to say about that. Not only would it be hard to keep that under wraps, but every time, especially with body cam videos, you'd have to get a new person every time you did a body cam video, because if they saw the same person, so they would immediately know something is up. And the reason why I point that out with the body cam videos and having a new person every time, it's only a matter of time before one of those people talks about how the channel's fake. Literally, it's only a matter of time. Especially if a body cam footage goes viral and it ruins somebody's life, it's literally a matter of time.
Uh-oh. Really not looking good for Pirate Software. There's an update to the Pirate Software drama where an ex-roommate and co-worker exposed what Jason was really doing while working at Blizzard and was actually Pirate Superior while QA testing on Diablo 3. Now because he DQA tested on.
So I think that this is a good example of what I was just saying. Pirate Software needs to come clean. That'd be the best thing that he can do to recover himself. Honestly, he has managed to utterly destroy his career, and it is still in the downcline. The best thing that he can do is come clean, apologize for the things that he's done, like talking to Ross the way he did, and hitting the Stop Killing Games initiative. And also, the best thing that he could do would be to hold on. Something in my eye. The best thing that he could do would be to come clean with the fraud with, oh my god, I can't think of the name of it. The hype train. The fraud with the hype train. Because the thing is like, it was bound to bite him in the butt because he got careless. And the problem with whenever you're doing stuff you know you shouldn't be doing is that you're going to get careless. And I think that's what happened to Pirate. I really do.
On D3, you didn't even need to interview an employee. I could have told you he wasn't doing anything.
Whenever I scream about how I had to work with Pirate Software and how he doesn't know shit about fuck, I mean, I was directly ordered to deal with him for Diablo 3 testing in QA. I saw his PC screens since he sat in front of me. I had to assign,
Oh, is she going to say that he was cheating?
Redo his tasks.
He would just kind of create a character and idle in the client and then redirect it. That's literally what he did. He sat in front of me and I was assigning the tasks.
Yeah, let me guess.
That's
he was
crazy.
assigned to the Wasps in Act 2, right? Yeah, bro, Thor fucked up. I love the game, but man, it was bad. Read it all day, ignoring tasks. Wait, so he was just
like, Diablo 3's bad?
What he did. He sat in front of me and I was... He would just...
Hey, I saw his PC screens since he sat in front of me. I had
What?
to assign,
How do you not like
review,
Diablo?
and redo his tasks.
Maybe Diablo isn't for me, boys. I like Diablo 3, but Huh.
The Wasps in Act 2, right? Yeah, bro, Thor fucked up. I love the game, but man, it was bad.
Reddit all day, ignoring tasks.
Wait, so he was just on Reddit all day?
He was just browsing Reddit all day, ignoring tasks, and actively holding the team back. But when
yeah, he definitely was assigned to Act 2.
That makes sense. So they kicked him for that. That really makes sense.
I knew it.
She and others tried to escalate the issue, the higher-ups basically said that they can't do anything about it because his dad was an executive at the company. But the worst part was when Jason ended up being...
That is crazy.
Cynthia's roommate, because apparently living with pirate software was such a nightmare that shortly after him moving in, her apartment was a disaster, she was asking him to leave early, and while cleaning up the mess that he left behind, Cynthia said that his walls were covered in either snot or some other gooey...
Oh, fuck, that's gross. Oh, man, you think that's jizz? You think he's jizzing on the wall? He's like, fuck you, I'm jizzing on the wall.
I had to clean everything by hand. There was...
I wouldn't. I would burn that apartment down. Yo, if somebody moves out of an apartment and there's, like, white, clear ooze on the wall...
Like, I don't know what on the wall.
That is disgusting.
I don't know if it was snot or something else just like wiped here and there on the walls.
Oh! He's trying to mark his territory. The idea that there was a person that worked on QA for Diablo 3 that didn't do anything, that spent their entire time on Reddit and didn't do any of their tasks.
Damn, he lost weight. Look at that. He looks good now. He lost weight.
Any of their tasks. I don't need evidence for that. I already believe it. Instantaneously. Yep, of course this is happening.
Jesus.
I didn't get this deep, stop feeding into it. All of the accounts that are messaging me are getting reported. There's a funny fact about this. I worked at Blizzard for 7 years. There's a whole...
God. When does it end?
A lot of other people there that still know me. And all of these reports are going directly to them. They're well aware of the situation, and everybody who's messaging me...
Jesus, brother. We got some more. Let's go to this one.
Getting hung up on as they try to...
Actually, you know what? We'll stick on the pirate topic. We'll see. Is that all? We got some Navy stuff after Epstein. That. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Yes, this. I wanted to cover this before after this. There.
And talk to Pirate Software's ex-roommate, because this guy is clearly a... Also heard that this post a ban for that.
It's really cool neon sign, which unfortunately flickers, so I don't know if you got...
Player, I worked for 5 years at Blizzard and then 8 years at Twitch, and I happened...
Really funny. With him...
Oh, okay, so
I was
it's the same video.
at this time, to
now,
between us. I would sit there watching my...
To come out...
Not because there was a requirement for it, but just because he would not be course corrected to do anything else. And the reason I kind of...
And that's exactly why Jason was allowed to form his hacks team, which is actually just exploits testing. He was allowed to do whatever he wanted to do because...
Oh, okay. So he was a there's a name for that. Oh God, what's it called? Nepo baby. He was a Nepo baby. He got in because his dad was in high places and they couldn't fire him because they were scared of backlash. That's kind of sad, honestly. So like, not only did he actually work for Blizzard, I thought he was from what I've heard, which is kind of crazy. I heard that he was just a customer service specialist, but I guess not. I guess he actually did work on Diablo 3.
Nobody would course correct him.
Okay. Now with so
and of course he didn't do anything because he knew he wasn't going to get fired.
What year was this when he came on for the Diablo 3? Was this the first time he was hired in?
This was when he came back. I believe this was, I think, 2011.
2011. Okay, so this is the second round of coming in. You said, to the best of your knowledge, it was as soon as he got hired back in, he was acting exactly like that. He was not...
Yeah.
Okay. With that knowledge, I also just kind of want to touch on, so you say that he kind of created that exploitation team, not because there was a requirement for it, but just because he would not be course corrected to do anything else. And the reason I kind of bring this up, I'm not trying to make Thor look bad intentionally, but I'm targeting the way that you had brought this up about him being and creating that exploit team. It wasn't because he was the best to do it, it's because he's the one that wanted to do it.
My understanding is it's what he wanted to do, and he presented himself as the best candidate to do it. And
Okay.
I am not going to pretend to know the inner workings of how it came to be, because I was not part of those conversations. Who of cats. I have.
The cat scratched the shit out.
I kind of like don't care about any of this. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling,
Like,
Tectone.
Free stuff, just spots.
I don't know what I
things.
expected.
It's very clearly not.
That was kind of poopy. So I covered this last week at some point. It's the American Eagle ad that had Sydney Sweeney in it. The internet, filled with fat people, is still trying to die on this hill.
Here we go. American Eagle responds to backlash.
Oh my God, American Eagle responded
over Sydney Sweeney campaign.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Funny enough, she has genes. Oh, guys. Her genes, her story. We'll continue to celebrate how everyone wears their AE jeans, American Eagle jeans, with confidence their way. Great jeans look good on everyone. It is a good thing. I am happy beyond words to see that they stood by Sydney Sweeney. It is refreshing to see a company back their person. You don't see that too often.
In new statement. Uh-oh.
Context.
Damn.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
Oh, I can't go in there because I'm black.
That's not at all what that means. People are so stupid. They just hating to hate, bro. They need to go out, get themselves a damn job, and figure out what they're doing in life. If they sitting here trying to get some clout from standing outside of a store saying, oh, I can't go in there because the person on the commercial wasn't my color. Get out of here with
Sweeney
that.
Has great genes has always been about the genes. Her genes, her story. We'll continue to celebrate how I
said that already.
Agrees their delusion.
Every comment here is just sad. There is no scenario where American Eagle even has great genes. She has great genes. It's still factual.
Yeah, stop.
The best thing that American Eagle can do is just continue to copy and paste that statement. Like, if I was a rep at American Eagle, I would just sit there and do Control Shift C, or is it Control C? I think it's Control C. I do it all the freaking time. You would think I would know at this point. I think it's Control C, and then Control V to every comment, just as a response.
Down with the white supremacist. Oh man,
it's not white supremacy. It's oh my God, dude. This is crazy. And it's only because she's white. If it was any other color, this wouldn't be a problem. This would not be a fucking problem if she was any other color. It's crazy to me. So you mean to tell me we can't have white models anymore? Like, come on, guys. Like, what is the deal?
Stupid, mentally ill teenage girls. The fuck kind of response is this? I mean, this is what it was, right?
I am not a moment. I'm a
you're a 400-pound monster, but this is ridiculous. This is Calvin Klein. Oh, I bet their stocks are in the shitter. There's no way, dude. For Calvin Klein,
this is from the
I can't stand this. This like fat positivity shit pisses me off to the core. How are you, bro? She's so big, she's squishing the cushion. That couch is crying, bro. It's crying. And you want to sit here and say that this fat person who does nothing but gorge herself on food deserves to be in that couch because she's fat? What about the person that suffers every day from not eating and fighting back cravings to eat things, working out to keep her body at any age just so she can make a living? And you mean to tell me that this lady could just sit here and stuff her face and then get a job just because she's fat? That's crazy.
Era.
That's insane.
Calvin Klein.
Chica.
Yep. It's been demonized almost to have like,
oh man, I think the couch is bowing here. I'm gonna stop.
Non-diverse representation in any form of advertising. And of course, non-diverse means having only white people, right? People like that have no problem when there's an advertisement that has all people.
That's exactly what I said earlier. That's exactly what the fuck I said. I was like, this would not be a problem if it had fucking black people or like Asian people or any other ethnicity in it. It would not fucking matter.
That are Hispanic, black, or Indian or something like that, right?
Exactly.
But if it's
God forbid if it's a white person that does things in her life, you know. But I love you. It's crazy.
CNN has learned Ghislaine Maxwell has been moved to a new prison.
I already covered that.
So every time that I think that there's no way Twitch will get worse, it does.
Yeah.
And guys,
that's Twitch in a nutshell. Again, they should have an automated system like YouTube. YouTube's automated system is way better at detecting these things and banning people the way they should be, especially if they're getting reported. I wonder how many people report Hassan constantly.
That I'm about to show you isn't my opinion. These are provable facts,
Yes.
even admissions by the CEO himself. Now, in case that you will never be banned on Twitch. And I was like, why is that? He's like, I'm not going to say why, but trust me, you can do whatever you want and you'll never get banned. And I said, oh, okay. All right, great. Anyways, that guy got fucked over tremendously. I got no idea what's going on with that guy. Last time I heard, he didn't do the shit he was accused of, but I got no fucking idea. And the guy won't respond to my messages. But Rich, feel free to DM me if you ever want. I don't know what's going on with that shit. Although I was in OTK, I was doing the same shit. But my conspiracy due to a old channel by the name of Fextra Life. Now, a couple of years ago, I'm not sure if you guys know that was ever really taken down. Well, now, and I'm just going to be completely real with you guys, 3 years after that, everybody is viewbotting. I mean this genuinely. When Twitch rolls out what they're going to roll out, I would be shocked if 95% of streamers do not.
You have no idea how bad the viewbotting is. So, like, for those of you who don't understand how viewbotting works on Twitch, Twitch doesn't get a... They send their revenue, yes, it passes through Twitch and they take a percentage. They pass it on to onto Twitch, onto the streamers, right? So the ads, they pay for any amount of views regardless of if they're real or not. Which is why they have gotten away with viewbotting. Now, obviously, you can get banned for viewbotting and stuff. It's bad. It is. Don't do it. It's a waste of your time. But the amount of people that are viewbotting for ad revenue alone are ridiculous. There is a lot of streamers that viewbot for the ad revenue. And the thing is like, there's no way to, there is a way to track it. But whenever you're getting paid a flat rate just to play the ads, they don't care how many of those people are real or not. But ever since the Twitch adpocalypse, things have changed. Viewbotting is whenever you have, so for example, you pay for a subscription and then the subscription company, which by the way, Twitch should sue these companies and get the money. Twitch, but the view bots, they pop up in your stream and they watch. They're just bots. They don't exist. They're not real. They are just there. And they watch your video and give nothing. They don't talk, nothing. Like if you ever click on a streamer on Twitch, if you go down to the bottom and you click on a streamer and they've got 5 people watching with no comments, that's usually how you can tell they're viewbotting. It's usually very obvious if someone's viewbotting, even if they're bigger, and their chat's not like shooting up into the stars with people. Like if you have 100,000 viewers and it's not like constantly going, then they're probably viewbot. Yes.
Drop by.
But Twitch pays their content creators because the ads, like let's say Vans wants to monetize a streamer by showing ads on their stream. And that person has 3,000 viewers and then 50% of them are botted. 2,500 1,500 are view botted. They're not real. That streamer still makes the same amount of money even if there are 1,500 view botters in that stream.
30 to 60% of their concurrent
and
viewers.
A lot, and not a lot of people are going to say this, but I am, because I don't care. A lot of big streamers and a lot of small streamers do it to get up. Because in order to get viewability on Twitch, you have to have more viewers. The higher the viewer count, the more likely it is you'll be on Twitch's first page in that category. So that's what you have to keep in mind. Those are the kind of people that you're up against in Twitch's online database if you're a Twitch streamer.
And the reason why that is because everybody knows there is no punishment for view botting.
Yes.
Everybody
Well,
knows that if
there is an extent. If you like try to view bot like up 100,000 viewers, there's a good chance you're gonna get your shit taken down.
Streamer, your chat's gonna view bot you. If you're a part of the gotcha space,
some of the view bots even have the ability to type out comments. It's kind of crazy.
Companies that support you are going to view bot you, as well as other advertisers like Progressive, who would bot their streamers 25,000 to 30,000 viewers.
Yes.
Whatever.
For example, a while back there was an issue where some streamers were doing a live stream for Progressive. It was sponsored by Progressive, and they view botted the stream with like 100,000 viewers. And it ruined their analytics for that month because it showed that the massive spike in income, and then it like lowered back down. So it jacked it, dude.
Anybody would do a Progressive ad that way.
But it's like, oh well, it's money. But it's like, if it's not passively the same thing every time, it hurts, man.
People would be driven to that channel, not just one channel, 3, 4 channels at the same time. View botting has always been a huge issue, but here's the crazy thing. You know what's been the biggest issue? People who didn't view bot.
Yeah.
And the reason why that is because if you didn't view bot, I'll be real, you just weren't going to make it.
Yep. That's right. He's absolutely right. And that is the reason why a lot of people view bot. That he's absolutely right.
On Twitch, everybody is fucking view botting. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it.
Mm-hmm.
These numbers are fraudulent as fuck. They are. And if you weren't chosen by Hoyoverse, you were fucked. They are still, by the way, 3 months ago, I got another confirmation that they are still botting in the Genshin category and the Honkai Star Rail category.
That's crazy.
Can you guys imagine who that is? Man, I have no idea. They're not doing it to sound.
I'd imagine that, okay, I think that's all I really need to see of this video. I would imagine that Twitch is doing this because of the adpocalypse, and more user accountability is wanted for this. There is a huge botting problem on Twitch. Like, I've had a lot of people come into my... So you may even be indirectly botted and not realize it. Because if you stream to Twitch, right, I'll get these whispers, like a message. Or like, now they go to my Discord. And they'll drop, they'll be like, yo, you want to get some more viewers? I'm a spokesperson, or I help with getting your channel more views. And what they do is they take the money that you give them, because they're expecting you to pay them. So like, let's say you pay them $100. They'll take $50 of that money and get view bots. And then they just made a $50 income. And you pay them every month, and they get paid every month. That's what they do. That's how they make their money.
The unemployed. Kai Cenat's career is finished.
I don't know about that.
Unemployed. Kai Cenat's in hot water and he can't even swim.
Now, I'll be real. I don't know what Kai Cenat would possibly be. I feel like you do got to be a little bit retarded to go live on stream. I really do. I feel like you got to be retarded and you got to be a narcissist, because there is no way anybody who's not special needs starts out by saying, I want to be a video game streamer on the internet, and actually takes themselves seriously, that at least doesn't have an ego of saying, yeah, I deserve hundreds of thousands of people to listen to me.
It's static.
Speculating that he stole the Clash Royale.
Than Hassan calling Asmongold a mother killer.
I don't want Jinxie to be in this, because I've heard that he strikes people. I don't want to deal with that.
Air Jinxie pretty hard, but people were.
I always knew bro was weird. I always knew bro.
I feel bad now because it's like the nigga literally was waiting all day and posted a flyer and all types.
Yep. Good.
Did I miss something?
Hassan calling Asmongold a.
It's a static.
All right, chat. I'm gonna go to the gym.
Nope.
Oh my God! But on Jinx.
Y'all boys tomorrow, all right, bro?
Nah, we're not gonna.
Bro, El Kai, bro.
I don't want to get a fucking copyright. Fuck that.
Crazy.
I heard bro copy strikes people. I don't want to deal with that. No, thank you.
Support lines are overwhelmed, and customers are getting hung up on as they try to figure.
Good, get fucked, losers. Visa and MasterCard, the war is raging, boys. We
Figure out
must
what's going
rage
after
on!
Tens of thousands of games have been removed from itch.io and Steam. These gamers are just trying to get answers, but nobody from Visa seems to have a clear explanation.
You know why? Because they're sending people to the emails and they're copying and pasting the emails.
Yeah, they do.
That's what they do.
They just don't want to give it to you.
Exactly.
MasterCard has released an official statement for this issue. Both Steam and itch.io are facing a massive wave of censorship. On itch.io, the platform completely de-indexed all adult content from
crazy.
search and browse pages. This was a drastic move, which itch.io confirmed they had to make to protect the platform's...
Steam was originally a little bit more conservative with talking about who was causing this. They originally wanted to be like, well, it's a policy shift. But then itch came out and said that we're having to take people's stuff down because of Visa and MasterCard censorship. They straight up said it. And then Steam is kind of leaning into it as well now. They're like, yeah, it's because of the purchasing people's...
For payment infrastructure. Yep. But this isn't just...
See, the problem with this is, and I know it's going to come up, is, yes, some of the games that they took down were bad. Number one, they weren't illegal. They weren't hurting anybody being up. And number two, they won't stop there. It's just the start. Next, it'll be Grand Theft Auto 6 or something else of the nature.
An itch.io problem. Steam has
They already completely decimated the manga industry and changed an entire culture in Japan.
Quietly delisting games. Even
They've been fucking around with Japan on this for years.
That's what I've been saying. The war at Japan for this has been going on for years. It has been going on for so long. The only thing that's going to get rid of this is legislation. You need to pass legislation.
Something that the creator of Nier Automata, Yoko Taro, has talked about this for years. People didn't really pay attention or care that much because it was a localized issue and we're in an American...
Yoko Automato. He's a video game director, if you're wondering.
American, Western, English-speaking internet sphere, but it's been an issue for a bit.
It's just that they finally finished their war with Japan, so now they're taking it here. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, the fact that they actually managed to change the culture down in Japan's manga is big. That's massive. And the fact that Japan's government hasn't stepped in to fix this is kind of crazy. They need to step in and fix this, and that's where it's going to start changing.
For the first initial ones, more games are getting removed from Steam, even some with very little adult content. The reason for all this is intense pressure from payment networks like Visa and MasterCard, or even other ones like PayPal and Stripe.
He's
Although
absolutely
some
right.
want to just blame Steam for removing
that's
these
another one real quick, is that PayPal also does this shit too.
He does.
So everybody getting mad at Steam and, at Visa and MasterCard, totally fair.
PayPal started it. But now that we've got these two titans that absolutely have the market locked down on payment methods, it's a huge problem.
But they do not have a monopoly on being full of shit. PayPal also is full of shit.
Games, they essentially had no choice. In a post Collective Shout made trying to celebrate, as they really only care about censoring.
Collective Shout are the individuals that originally pushed for these changes because they were being ignored by Steam, rightfully so, because they're retarded. I think that this is a big loss. But they're finding out real quick, Collective Shout anyways, finding out real quick that the internet isn't as quiet as they like to think it is.
As many things as possible, they specifically...
Objectification of women is the problem, was the excuse? Why is objectifying women bad? I think it's great. Who decided it's bad?
Mention how they tried to get Steam to listen to them for months, but obviously
all good,
Valve
man.
never listened. So they had to take it a step further and complain to payment processors instead, which is where these companies like Visa and MasterCard were able to abuse their...
I think that we should put these fucking people in like a padded room. Since they want to pad the world, we should just pass a law that's like, well, look, instead of padding the world, why don't we just pad you up? Why don't we put you in a room and you can sit there like this, and then you can rock back and forth all day. That could be your exercise right there, just rocking back and forth, talking about how the world is terrible. You know, since you think the world is so bad and it's hard to live in, we'll just put you in a room and that's a 4x4, and then you could just stay there, and that'll be fine.
Power and force games to get removed. Now, itch.io is taking a two-part approach to this problem. The first is a long-term plan, finding new payment partners who are more accepting of a wider range of.
Honestly, I feel like because Visa and MasterCard are doing this, there's a good chance that their monopoly probably won't hold as steady if there are up-and-coming debit card people or credit card people that are willing to pick up the slack that they don't. The real problem that I see with Visa and MasterCard's monopolies, they're not even fighting each other now. Like, when one raises a price of, like, for example, the credit card, if you use a credit card, it's 33% interest, they'll also match that. It's not competitive anymore. It's more like a monopoly of the market. It becomes a monopoly when they're no longer fighting. Like, if, for example, like if I had a McDonald's and the Burger King next door, they still have the dollar menu, then I would try to make it a 99-cent menu so that way I can beat their prices, But now all these companies are just working in tandem and working together, and it's killing the market.
Content. This is a crucial step for the platform to become less dependent on the rules of a few powerful companies.
I think that you have to have regulation, and while a free market could solve this problem in the long term, it also doesn't account for. So there are things that companies with monopoly status do to exercise that control that transcends their reach of the scope of their business, such as lobbying and trying to advocate for regulations that effectively act as a barrier to entry to competitors that are trying to enter into the same market.
That's part of the monopoly thing that I was saying just now as well. Of like their bar to entry, like they're trying to take out the people that are below them either with bribes or buying their company, trying to come up with some dirt on them so that way they can blackmail them into leaving the market. It's all monopolistic tactics, and it usually 9 times out of 10 works. Hell, in some cases they will buy the bank that the owner of the new company got the loan from, and up the interest rates to the point where they can no longer afford it and they go out of business. These are just some of the slimy tactics that these credit and debit card companies do. And it's not just them. There are other companies that do. The McDonald's could do that. Any monopolistic company can do this. They have so much money that they're not hurting at all.
I don't think that there's the idea of a free market, I think, is kind of an illusion. And I think in this circumstance, that's what's happening right now.
Fix the underlying issue of these payment processors controlling what gets sold. It gives itch.io a fighting chance to bring back the removed content and continue supporting adult games. Itch.io has begun relisting some free adult games. This is a huge piece of the puzzle. Since these games don't require a payment processor, their return proves that the issue isn't with itch.io or Steam's rules, but with the financial companies themselves.
Of course it
is.
is.
Like we talked about in our last video, gamers aren't having any of it, and are now using the same tactics Collective Shout used to express their complaints to payment processors.
Originally, and I've got the numbers here, I looked it up, the original call count to Visa and MasterCard was 1,060 from Collective Shout. As of the start of this war, there are roughly 20,000 calls a day. So these people are probably ripping their hair out at this point. And the thing is that it's probably still not going to change. It's probably not going to change.
You have to use the Karen's ancient magic against them.
Yep.
You have to use it. I know it's blood magic, and it might not feel
it's awful.
good, but you don't want to bring a knife to a gunfight. You're going to end up dead.
Visa and
By fire with fire. That's right.
I think that the fact that they are destroying this is fantastic. The gaming community, yet again, has to pull itself together to fight this, and it's great.
Actively seeing more reports of users calling these companies to complain, and this organized effort is having a visible effect on their customer service.
Yeah.
Support staff are now clearly overwhelmed.
We don't have to watch any more of this. But no, it is absolutely decimating their customer service support. People are picking up the phone and hanging up whenever they finally get a hold of somebody. Sometimes it from what I understand, from what I've been reading online, it could take them up to 30 minutes to get in contact with a customer service representative from Visa or MasterCard. they either get hung up on, get called a predator, or get sent to the email that instead of dealing with this in general. And it's crazy. It's actually crazy.
This crash out was insane.
Tucker Carlson said I'm a weird gay kid in the basement.
Maybe because he doesn't like neocon politics.
Hold on, I'm not sure what that stands for. What is a neocon politic? Neoconservative or neocon politics is a political ideology primarily associated with the United States that advocates for a strong military and an assertive foreign policy focused on promoting democracy on American national interests globally. There you go, boys. Got your knowledge for the video. So if anyone was wanting to know, that's what it stands for.
That. So Nick Fuentes is like, oh, I don't like the neocons. But then his targets are J.D. Vance, Joe Kent. He got involved in Joe Kent's campaign with a super. Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Who is Joe Kent? Joseph Clay Kent is an American politician, former United States Army officer, and a former Central Intelligence Agency prior military officer who has served as the director of National Counterterrorism Center since 2025. So there you go. Who is Dave Smith? Dave Smith is an American comedian, podcaster, and political commentator who hosts the Libertarian podcast Part of the Problem. Smith is a close friend of Joe Rogan and a regular something. But there you go.
Critique
He's probably
is
a regular
America's being
visitor.
controlled by Israel. Then you have Dave Smith, the human.
Yes.
And so I judge
Contractor, paramilitary contractor. He's in the U.S. military for years, fighting weird little gay cases on the right. Like, I better talk.
So he called him a little old gay boy, and he said that he's paid by some sort of foreign interest or something like that. Somebody's paying him to see bringing up race. We're going to get worried.
I would imagine that he didn't take this too well.
Okay.
Carlson says, I have so many trust funds, I never have to work. Tucker.
It's kind of crazy to hear that from someone like Tucker Carlson, because, like, I feel like Tucker Carlson is he like calling it's like the pot calling the kettle black. Like, you could say the same for yourself, can't you?
Went to a $45,000 per year private high school. Then a $45,000 per year selective.
And you also have to keep in mind that even after he got fired off of, I think he was on Fox. Let me double check my facts. Hold on.
Ivy League school in New England.
When did Tucker Carlson get fired off of Fox News? It fired him from Fox News on April 24th, 2023. So, like, even after that, he still managed to go online and build a huge audience. Like, where did Tucker Carlson go after he got fired from Fox? Launched his it's on Twitter. It's called According to NPR. So, like, I mean, both of these guys are titans at this point. Let's be honest here. But the fact that you're going to call someone a gay boy on, on a podcast like that's kind of jacked. Like, let's be honest.
Tucker Carlson's daddy was a Reagan appointee.
Wow.
And then, after years of bragging about being an elite, bragging about being so out of touch and so rich, now he's going to be the spokesperson for all the white people. Now he's going to roll up his sleeves. I just like to hunt and fish in my log cabin. I care about...
I think that there's a lot of LARPing going on, and this is something that happens with a lot of people. And it sounds weird, but this is one of the reasons why I do not indulge in a lot of other, like, luxuries that other people that are in my position do indulge in. It's because I don't want to live a life that is an abstraction from what the average where it is. Bro, you just lazy? Well, it's a little bit more.
But then when it comes to me, I'm one of the real disaffected white people. You want to talk about me and them? I am them. He says Nick Fuentes is leading all of the disaffected young white men. I am a disaffected young white man.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like most white men in America, the reason why they're so radicalized now is because they are affected by the prior administration, and they want things to change because not even the prior administrations, like even back during like the end of the baby boomer era, is like a lot of it was destabilized because the boomers owned most of the market. They still kind of do. And now things are so hard that the jobs that boomers could use to support themselves, like welding, I mean, I think welding is still pretty good, but like firefighting and all these other blue collar jobs, they don't make enough even as their pay rates have gone up to afford a cost of living at the maximum amount they could be given in pay. Now, what I'm trying to say by that is, no matter how much work you put in a blue-collar job, you will still be stuck in the same bracket because it costs a lot of money to be cheap. I mean, to be poor, not to be cheap, to be poor. It is expensive to be poor. Your taxes are genuinely higher now, especially now that they've passed a bill for it. So, like, it just hurts to be poor. It sucks. It really does. And to move out of the tax bracket of like being poor, like the middle class is completely gone. They completely obliterated the middle class. The blue collar system is all but dead now because you've got the boomers that are these older generations that have pulled up the ladder on the newer generation. Because the thing is, well, whenever I went there, I had to go through all these hurdles, but like, why wouldn't you make it easier for you to get in? Like, I get it's different whenever obviously military and some standards can't change because of like, you know, like the firefighter stuff, they can't change because people can die. But whenever it comes to a certain fields, they could make it easier with newer technology and innovative like thinking. Why wouldn't they do that? Why stick with the same old school methods that got a lot of people killed? It makes no sense.
I was a precocious, intelligent, young white college student who
I really feel like a lot of that comes from these older generations thinking that the younger generations owe them something. I hate to break it to you, but if you're an older dude that's a boss at a business and you expect like some weird control over somebody who's new there to force them to work all these hours and barely get paid anything, they don't owe you anything. They're just going to find another job or quit. Because there's only so much that you can handle even as a younger person before you're just like, this just isn't worth it. I'm wasting my time. And if people feel like their time is being wasted, which for the solid majority of people it does, they are not going to do it. They're going to enjoy their life instead. That's why we've got so many rioters.
Boston University, who was pro-Trump and red-pilled by Trump and animated by Trump's message of America first. And I asked questions about Israel, and I was punished for it. I did it years before Tucker Carlson started talking about Israel.
I think this is what happens. And like with Nick, this is the same thing, is that more and more people that try to express dissent at all end up getting...
It's crazy, like what I just said, it's crazy how frowned upon it is to talk about. I guarantee every time I've talked about it, I've had some older person that's like, well, I did fine, or I did this, or I did that. And it's like, I'm happy for you. I'm happy you have the tools to do what you need to do. Not everyone has that ability. It is an acquired tool. And yes, you can go out of your way to learn these things. But whenever you're younger, you're not thinking about that. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes when you're younger, you're not as dumb and airheaded. Who knows? But like, for the most part, like, I don't know what success looks like, so I can't compare it to my life, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know how to get a $30,000 loan, turn it around into $60,000, pay off the loan, and have $30,000 extra. Because I don't know how it works. It's not as simple as typing up a Google Doc, you know? It's not as simple as typing into Google search. There are moving parts to it. And I guess that's really what I'm trying to say is like, you can't expect people to just go with it.
Kicked out, and it radicalizes them even more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is what's happened with a lot of different voices.
And that goes right around for what I was saying whenever people feel like their time's being wasted. They will leave. And whenever they leave, they become more radical because it doesn't feel fair. The system is rigged against them, so of course they're going to radicalize against the system. The system is rigged against the people, so of course the people are going to radicalize against the system. I'm sorry.
Is on all types of the political spectrum is that you have somebody that wants to ask questions about like obvious inconsistencies or problems, right? It's things like, for example, you know, how is it America first if we're doing things that are in Israel's best interest?
Exactly.
That is a legitimate real
Like, why
question.
are we spending $30 billion or $30 million sending it to Israel whenever we could use that money to put people who are here and homeless, put them in houses, and then give them a job? Well, like, it makes no sense. Why?
It's not an anti-Semitic question. It's not an illegal question.
But they sure do like to say it is.
It's genuine, honest, reasonable, and fair. And if you can't ask that question and they can't answer that question, that says a lot more about them than it does about you.
That's right.
Why is he so personal
Don't
about this?
ever let somebody tell you you don't deserve an answer, especially whenever it's a senator or it's somebody of the nature. You always deserve an answer. They're there because of your tax dollars. You are paying them to be there. And that could be the same could be said with any job. If you feel like your life is in danger and you want to say, hey, I feel like something might be safer, and their answer is, no, do it this way, and you ask them, why is that? And they tell you, well, it's because the way I've been doing it, and you should just do it this way. That's not a really good answer to that question. So typically they're going to say just because, but that's not an answer to that question either. And that's why.
Well, because Tucker Carlson called him a little gay boy from Chicago. I mean, I feel like that's kind of fair.
I feel like it's valid for
right?
this guy to have a
a
crash out.
personal.
Absolutely.
Personal is going to go both ways.
Israel last year. And I sacrificed, and I was targeted by the ADL, by the SPLC, by the federal government, by the conservative movement that both Candace and Tucker were a part of. Candace and Tucker had nothing to say about Israel until it became unavoidable.
Here, if I can find this, Trump's not posting on the internet about it. They're not going out and giving relationship advice and talking about how all women are whores or how they're not. Starts with a grievance. And then it basically is saying that you have this problem in your life because of this. There's a tremendous amount of gatekeeping in media. And
absolutely.
Also, that explains the friendly fire.
I think that we could probably,
because people of the same sphere antagonize
America. That's an American story. I didn't go to Yale Law School and suck Peter Thiel's dick and then get a signature
my
and a
God.
venture capital.
Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. I just wanted to touch base with this. But yeah, apparently Tucker Carlson called him a gay boy, and he bit back. Let's just say that he bit back. Okay.
Uh-oh. Really not looking good for Pirates.
There are more rewrites in the Epstein story than in a Harry Potter fan fiction. It seems like every time I turn around, huge parts of the story, of the official story, have been completely changed to the point that the most interesting part of the story are the rewrites,
Is he
the
in
changes.
Hawaii?
Many people, like myself, have been obsessed with the fact that the facts keep moving as we move the goalposts.
Yes.
First, it was the Epstein list. It existed. It's a cover-up. Then it doesn't exist. Now it's a hoax. Then Trump's going to give us
the Democrats made it right.
Then we have the changes to the Epstein footage story. It doesn't exist. Yes, it does. Here's the raw footage, except no, we saved it in Premiere Pro multiple times. But now we're getting changes to
the. I would like to say this is the knowledge for this one, if you must know. This is the informative part of it. So fuck yourself. I know for a fact, because I saw it recently, that there were approximately, let's see, how much of the footage was taken out of the video in the Epstein file thing. Nearly 3 minutes were edited out of the video they said was raw footage. So keep that in mind. 3 minutes were edited out. And they claim that when they released the footage to Jeffrey Epstein's cell, that it was raw footage, though it was still missing 3 minutes.
story of the very breakup between our president and Jeffrey Epstein. Look, for years we've been told that Trump kicked out Epstein from Mar-a-Lago because Epstein harassed the daughter of another member. This apparently all happened in 2007, and it sort of symbolized proof of how the president couldn't have been involved in this. After all, why would you kick someone out for being creepy if you were somehow involved in all of it? But now there's a new story coming from our president.
Which, by the way, I don't even think that's a good argument. There's plenty of people that are molesters and weirdos, but they don't do it to people that they're around. Just because you don't shit where you sleep doesn't mean you don't shit other places too.
Like, I'm just saying. He expounded in Scotland about the real reason that Jeffrey Epstein and him had a falling out.
He stole people that work for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again, and I threw him out of the place.
But then he also said that he okay, so yeah, we've got two different stories here. One, I did cover this, I think, last week. Yeah, so we got two conflicting stories here. I don't understand why he would conflict. It's obvious that he's an older dude, so there's a good chance that he's so bad at... Look,
really?
What happened? Something hit my hand, and it scared me, so I hit my hand. So there's a good chance that he's lying, and he's having to cover up his lies with a lie.
I'm just saying. And where did they go after the spa?
By him. In other words, gone. And
I remember this
other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that.
Did one of those stolen...
He's talking about... So Trump owned a spa, and he had underage, like 16-year-old people there. And Epstein would go there and take people from the spa.
Persons, that include Virginia Jeffrey?
I don't know.
Her.
Will change in our story because Virginia Giuffre is one of the lead accusers of Jeffrey Epstein. Everyone knew.
And I love how they're trying to say that they don't want to release these files because of the victims, but the victims are now stepping forward. There is one victim that has accusations on Trump. She's trying to sue the... This is also a knowledge for you fuckers out there that are going to try and copy my video. Fuck off. I'm adding to this video. Thank you. There is a victim that has came forward with accusations of Trump molesting her, and she is now suing the United States government to subpoena the Epstein files to release them because of what happened to her. So it is, and that was just a snippet of what she had said. Okay,
recruited at Mar-a-Lago. Yes. Now Trump is saying he not only
I'll even get the name. Hold on. What is the name of the lady that is suing the U.S. government to get the subpoena for Epstein files? It's Maria Farmer. That's her name.
About it, this is one of the reasons.
If you think I'm lying to you, look it up.
That he kicked out Epstein.
Well, why don't they just ask her what happened? Can't they ask her what happened?
Apparently, people complained about Epstein at the time.
Other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa.
She died? Oh!
Big surprise. She's dead.
How about that? She exonerated Trump? She did. I knew that she was dead. I was joking. I'm joking about people being dead. That's right. It's another bad joke from me. Welcome to the show. I knew this. She exonerated Trump in her statements. Now, does that mean that she was telling the truth? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Good one, Destiny. Thank you.
Didn't know that. Now, the reason this matters is because it completely changes our timeline. Remember, we had heard that he kicked Epstein out for being a creep in 2007. Now, this places us way over in 2000 when we're first hearing complaints from the spa, because Virginia Giuffre, there's a very clear timeline from court documents that she was terminated in 2000 when she would have been a minor. She met Ghislaine Maxwell, not Epstein, but it's also a problem for when everything happened, because it's not until 2000.
I don't see how you can have all of these things happen and not think that there's something that was wrong. Like, I mean, there are just so many. There's a lot.
I hate to break it to you. They knew something was wrong. They just ignored it because there are people that have a lot of power in a lot of high places, And it's kind of like what was going on in Hollywood. I had it done to me, so I'm going to do it to somebody else. That's the mentality. Until the water faucet busts open and everybody's feeling the sting of the faucet.
And there's a lot of smoke.
Since 2000, so they didn't do anything about it. That's a problem. So when asked to explain this discrepancy,
There's plenty of guys that
to him being a creep, so you knew something, but then later that happens all of the time in companies everywhere. In fact, once again, the White House is adjusting their story, saying that it's just the taking of employees that is creepy. Quote,
that's
time to play the game.
Most definitely.
Yeah, they gotta play it.
How? If you don't know what's happening with this spa employee, how is it weird? Why are they saying, oh, we didn't know anything, but we knew at the time it was creepy?
That's so stupid.
I don't know.
It could be somehow he could be lying. Absolutely increases clarity.
See, what I see with this is because he told one lie, now he's gonna have to tell multiple lies. Because at the end of the day, that's all we're doing with these files. We're just lying and lying and lying. It's only a matter of time before, like I said, the victims are coming forward and trying to press the U.S. government. The people that are saying that the government's trying to protect are now coming forward. Then on top of that, you have the letter that was leaked a couple weeks ago that showed what happened that showed Trump sending a letter to Jeffrey Epstein. And now you have this new information here that obviously is very inconsistent. So the lies are kind of like poking holes. It's like the more Trump talks, the more people are seeing through. Okay, so here we go. This was uploaded by MSNBC 4 days ago. Oh, 4 days ago. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a second now. You just go later? That stinks. I need to go to this. I thought these were new. News. Treat to remove lawmakers. An hour ago, 2 hours ago. What the hell is this? To visit Russia as Trump ceasefire deadline looms. What the fuck is this?
Now to the southern border, where
hold on,
residents
boys.
are.
Hold on, boys. Let me use the bathroom real quick. Oh, goodness. Oh, this looks crazy. So I guess a Mexican mob seizes Texas town? What the fuck is this? What's it called? Red. No, I haven't. What is it? Red reacting thing for Texas? To try and benefits for voting in the. I haven't seen anything about that. I'm not too big in like the actual like the heart of like the actual government like left and right stuff. I kind of get snippets of it from Asmongold, but like I'm trying not to dip fully into the whole what's it called? The whole I'm not trying to go balls deep into the political stuff because that shit just man, it's so draining. It's so draining, bro. I'm trying to stay more on like topics that kind of like seem really kind of crazy.
Are reporting multiple home break-ins where law enforcement says cartels under pressure from the immigration crackdown are now burglarizing American homes for money and valuables.
Oh, so they're like crossing the. Oh, it's this guy again. Hold on, wait a minute. No, I don't want to do him. I thought this was CNN. I didn't realize. Did not realize. That's funny. I don't see anything new for the Epstein stuff, so I guess I'll just have to stick with the one that I had saw, huh? Hey, you want something political to keep an eye on, man? Keep an eye on that fucking what's going on with the U.S. and Russia, man. Shit could start a whole all-out nuclear war. That's what we need to be worried about. Did you hear about that? That Trump moved nuclear subs in range of Russia. Yep. That's a real thing. I'm fairly certain I just butchered the shit out of that. Hey, Russia. It's double S. Two nuclear submarines to be positioned. See if we can find us a small one. This one will work. There we go.
Yeah, John, that's right. The entire market down slightly in the past couple of minutes on the backs of a social media post by the President of the United States. Take a look at what the President is tweeting here. And this war of words ongoing between him and the #2 official in Russia, Medvedev. The two have been jousting verbally over the past couple of days about the president's request for Russia to end the war in Ukraine. Medvedev responded to that by saying that President Trump should watch his words, given that the Russian government possesses Soviet nuclear weapons technology.
So Trump, for some odd reason, thought it would be a great idea, and this happened a couple days ago now, to position nuclear submarines around Russia at certain key points, and in the off chance things go south. From what I understand, hold on. Is Trump going to Russia? They're going to use a U.S. convoy, and they're going to Russia next week, which is probably this week at some point, or next week, to hopefully get this sorted. Now, I kind of don't like the idea of the President of the United States, regardless of who he is, going to Russia during time of war, especially when you've just positioned nuclear warheads around their state. I don't think that's a good idea, first and foremost. Secondly, you guys have Skype, or not Skype. Skype's dead now. It no longer exists. Just call them on the fucking phone. Like, why do you need to go in the heart of a different country to try and do this?
President of the United States posting this on social media just a short time ago. He says, based on the highly provocative statements of the former president of Russia, Dmitry Medvedev, who is now the deputy chairman of the Security Council of the Russian Federation, I have ordered 2 nuclear submarines to be positioned in the appropriate regions just in case these foolish and inflammatory be one of those instances. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So the president of the United States saying that this war of words between himself and Medvedev has now sort of left the world of sort of
the dumbest thing, and that's all we're going to watch in this video, that this man can do is launch a nuke at Russia. Russia has nukes. In fact, the only reason why we haven't done more to stop Russia is because of their nukes. You think they give a fuck? Because the thing is like, Russia is the aggressor to the Ukraine. It is. No matter what you try to say about it, Russia is the aggressor. It's not right. The only reason why the U.S. came to the table with Russia and Ukraine instead of doing their thing was because Russia has nukes. Otherwise, it would have been the same thing that happened a couple weeks ago with Iran. That is the only reason why we're coming to the table with these clowns, man. That is the only reason. Because they're a world power, and we can't just do what we did because they could nuke the U.S., which would be fucking catastrophic. It would be so catastrophic for the world, because if they did that to us, it would be an all-out nuclear war. We would nuke them, they would nuke us. It would just be bad. No one would win in that scenario. There's not even a point. There's no reason. I personally think, and I hate to say this, if Russia really wants the Ukraine that damn bad, they should come up with a plan to give off segments or parcels of the Ukraine to the Soviet Union. I don't know why. I hate to say this because, like I preach and press this constantly, if you give them an inch, they will take a mile. Who's to say that once they claim and occupy those sections, in a few years they wouldn't try to do the same? Because they would. I don't see this ending very well for anyone involved, much less the countries that are around them. Like, for us, it'd be Canada and Mexico, or for the people that are involved with around the Ukraine and Russia. This can't end well. It won't. I mean, it can end well, but like, it seems like they're just not seeing reason, you know? Okay. Here we go. This is the last video of the day, and then I'm heading up out of here. Great stream so far, guys. You killing it. So, inside the Navy's high-speed hovercraft that carries tanks straight into battle. Actually, we got this one. This is new. I'll let this one sit because this is new. I don't want to fuck their stuff up. Because that one just got released. I don't want to do that to them. We'll watch an older video. We got the Rangers. Looks like it might be the Rangers, boys. I'm not really seeing too much of anything. We're gonna have to find something else to watch, huh? Oh, where did it go? What was this? Elite World of the United States Marine Force Recon. What is this? All right, where's the Ranger? Actually, you know what? Let's watch this one. This one was uploaded a month ago. Let's go ahead and watch this one. Let's see how it... By the way, check out the IMD Aviation channel. Don't leave a like and subscribe. I don't do this typically with Asmon because it's Asmon. Bro's pretty much leading the internet.
The United States Marine Corps Force Reconnaissance, or FORCON, was established in 1957 to conduct deep reconnaissance and special operations, providing intelligence for MAGTF commanders.
What's a MAGTF commander? What is that? What is a MAGTF commander? A MAGTF commander is the single commander in charge of a Marine Air Ground Task Force. Marine MAG, MAGTF, Marine Air Ground Task Force. There's your knowledge. I'm informative, goddammit.
FORCON operates under Marine Expeditionary Forces and can support joint operations when tasked. Marines in FORCON complete the Basic Reconnaissance Course, or BRC, a rigorous 9 to 12-week program covering patrolling, amphibious reconnaissance, and surveillance operations.
That's like the best part about being in this kind of field, I feel like, is especially if you're part of the actual military, being able to train with live rounds. I bet that is so fun. Because, like, for us, we would usually have training in the morning as a firefighter. What we would do is we would go and eat. First, that was the first thing we did every morning. After we checked the truck off, we'd go and eat. And then we'd come back, do training, which usually took about 15 to 20 minutes. And then we would, tidy it up, and we'd be done for the day unless we got calls. The usual training that a firefighter goes through, at least for my job, where I worked. So the first day, I'll talk about the first day that I was with my captain, because he was trying to scare me. I know what he was trying to do. But I had been so accustomed to my academy and outlaying the hose and doing all that stuff that for me, unloading the hose and then squirting water, that shit's easy. It's like the funnest thing you can do. And that was the first thing he made me do. He's like, okay, so we're going to go through the hose layout. Their hose was a little different. So you have to keep in mind, anytime you go to a fire station and you work for them or you volunteer for them, their hose layout may be different depending on what kind of calls they get. So, like, you'll have different types of hose lays. Like, for me, I liked their layout because I can flick it up and then grab the nozzle and go. So what you do is you have two people. One person grabs one end, the other person grabs the other end of the hose layout. They open it up, so like they go separate ways. The person grabs the nozzle and then like a loop of the hose. They put it here and they walk, and then the other person takes it and then flicks it out. And then the hose is ready to it's almost completely deployed at that point. Then you take it and you fucking run with the nozzle to wherever the fire is. Their style of firefighting is probably the most aggressive style of firefighting you will ever see at a fire station. They pride themselves on it, and I loved it. If you see a fire, it's first man to the nozzle, first man to the fire gets the credit. And credit meaning like they get the back pats, you know what I'm saying? But typically, whenever we trained in the mornings, we always booted up full gear. And it was so fun, dude.
They specialize in deep reconnaissance, meaning they operate behind enemy lines to gather intelligence and conduct special operations, including direct action against high-value targets. Forcon
Why did he do that? I wonder why only he did that and not the rest of them.
Such as Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan, primarily conducting deep reconnaissance and intelligence gathering missions.
That's crazy.
They are equipped with advanced weaponry, including the M4.
There is no kick to that gun. That gun has, like, no kick.
A1 carbine, the MK13 sniper rifle, and the M249 squad automatic weapon.
So they're trained in close combat and in long. That's impressive. So, like, I guess their entire training regiment, whenever they're there for that amount of time, they're doing nothing but, like, practicing their shots and getting used to, like, actual, like, up in your face combat. Can you even get, like, an M4 as a civilian? Can you get an M4 if you're not in the military? There isn't. So only military and law enforcement can. It makes sense because that weapon is incredible. No, you're right. Only law enforcement and military can own an M4.
Forcon units are trained in combat diving, direct action operations.
I would assume that before you get a job as a cop, if you went to the military and you're trained with M4, they probably give you an M4 if you were trained and then you become a cop. I'm assuming. Actually, you know what? I'll put some more knowledge in here for you. If you're a cop, how do you get an M4? Acquire rifles like the M4, usually in the form of an AR-15 variants, though a variety of ways depend on the specific. So it depends on the specific policies and funding. Specific policies and funding of their department. So not every department has it.
A single Forcon team typically includes 6 to 8 Marines, each cross-trained in medical care, demolitions, communications, and weapons expertise.
So they all know how to do so they all know how to do everything. Yeah, you can't have the only medic on the team getting shot, right? Long are the days where we had people running around on the battlefield with a big cross on their freaking head, huh?
Marines who aim to join Forcon must complete BRC, a demanding course with a historically high attrition rate, often reaching up to 40%.
I can almost promise you SWAT teams have them. That's what makes swatting people so goddamn dangerous. I personally think that if you SWAT somebody, you should go to jail for attempted murder.
Physical and mental challenges.
Anything could happen when you get swatted, dude.
Forcon Marines are known for their motto, Swift, Silent, Deadly, highlighting their identity as elite warriors who strike with precision. Amphibious reconnaissance training prepares Marines for covert beach landings, maritime infiltrations, and surveillance in coastal environments.
It's kind of crazy to think that there is a possibility that we may never see all-out, like, assaults like D-Day and Normandy because of how the military is trained now. You could probably wipe out an entire village if you dropped a group of men behind enemy lines without losing a single person, more so than trying to do a whole all-out like frontal assault war. And even so, like, there's a higher chance that we end up getting nuked before that even happens again like that. Like, I think the days of being on the battlefield are kind of numbered, you know? Yeah, like, I feel like those days are long gone.
They train in open water navigation, swift water swimming, and underwater demolitions to ensure effectiveness in littoral and riverine zones. The Raven drone is a hand-launched, portable UAV used by Marine reconnaissance teams.
There we go. We got drones now. Damn, even the military boys, the Marine boys, Marine men are using it now as well. They're recon, so that's kind of impressive. So what happens if the recon team fucks up? Does that mean that the whole thing is like down the drain?
Aerial surveillance. It provides live video feeds and infrared imagery, enabling
I bet these men see some shit that makes them want to go in and do stuff. I bet they see some scary, fucked up shit when they're doing recon for these places. Whenever they're doing recon for these guys that have kidnapped an American or something, you know?
To identify enemy positions, track movements, and assess battlefield condition. The Raven has a range of 10 kilometers, a flight endurance of 90 minutes, and can operate in both day and night conditions for stealth missions.
Yeah, I've actually heard stories of that. Like, a lot of people think that cell phones were originally from, like, if I'm not mistaken, what kind of cell phone was originally made for the military and then released later to the public? Cell phone originally made solely for the military and the direct release to the public. Military needs significantly influence. Yeah. So here it is. I guess I was a little off, but it says, although there isn't a specific cell phone originally made solely for military, which by the way is wrong. I've heard that before of like, oh, well, the military made the cell phone first. No. It says cell phones originally made solely for the military and then directly released to the public. Military needs significantly influenced the development of technology used in modern cell phones. Examples include early mobile radio development, government-funded research, that kind of stuff, all that good stuff, all that knowledge. So that way, if someone tries to hit my video, I could be like, no, I'm dropping the knowledge on you.
Bilateral amphibious rate training during FIBLEX exercises enhances interoperability with allies, particularly the Philippine Marines. Training includes ship-to-shore assaults, beach landings, and urban warfare.
Yo, I bet that sucks when you get all that shit up in your boot. You get that water in your boot from, like, misstepping once in that damn water.
Drills for joint
I bet
readiness.
that sucks so bad. Because them boots are airtight.
Marines practice fast roping, zodiac insertions, and close quarters combat to sharpen skills for maritime operations.
I was actually very surprised. So, like, bunker gear boots are like the old style rain boots. Those damn things are surprisingly comfortable. They are ridiculously comfortable.
FIBLEX emphasizes amphibious operations, humanitarian assistance, and disaster response as part of regional security cooperation.
Oh man, what the hell would what would be a disaster response? What is that? What would be classified as a disaster response in the Marine Force recon teams? Marine Force reconnaissance teams with these specialized skills, trainings, blah, blah, blah. The boots have... Yeah, they have. They have to be comfortable, man, because if you don't, they're going to fuck your feet up. Hey, what you wear matters. A lot of people, like, they go to the store and they buy these cheap-ass running shoes. And, like, if you have the money to buy, like, a good pair of running shoes, get a good pair of running shoes. Because if you fuck your feet up, man, you really mess yourself up.
U.S.-Philippines Defense Alliance under the Mutual Defense Treaty, which has been in effect since 1951.
Control it first, then transition.
Oh, get him.
The
Come on, get
Marine
him.
Corps Martial Arts Program, or MCMAP,
Yep.
trains
MCMAP,
recon Marines
remember
in
that.
hand-to-hand combat, close quarters battle, and control tactics. The program focuses on subduing and capturing high-value targets through joint locks, strikes, and takedowns.
You see, that really sucks. If you're a short person, bro, all he has to do is just hold his hand out. That's all he's got to do.
MCMAP incorporates military martial arts based primarily on boxing, judo, wrestling, and Filipino martial arts.
I think that it's really badass that they implement the gun into that. That's really cool. So, like, the way they train you with this martial skill is if you had it kind of like John Wick style. That's really cool.
World combat scenarios. Marines train to fight in confined spaces, including buildings, vehicles, and tunnels, where firearms may not be viable.
See, that's the best way to train right there. Get fully booted and geared with guns and all. Yo, they are getting the best possible, like the training these guys are getting is the best. Like that always kind of bothered me is like, if you're gonna train, do it the right way. Do it like in the scenario that you would be put into.
The curriculum emphasizes transitions between striking, grappling, and weapon deployment under high-stress conditions. Training scenarios include defense against multiple attackers, hostage rescue, and counter-ambush techniques.
I don't like. There are some countries in the world that learning martial arts is like, it's a law. You have to. What countries do you have to learn martial arts as a law? It used to be state law. I guess they changed it. It used to be state law in China, I believe, and they changed it to where it's no longer
Fast
forced.
roping during visit, board, search and seizure, or VBSS. Training allows Marines to deploy rapidly from MH-60 Seahawk helicopters onto target vessels.
I bet that's really fun to do.
VBSS training prepares Marines to board ships, search for contraband, and seize control during counter-piracy and interdiction operations. The fast roping technique enables rapid insertion into hostile or contested environments for security and intelligence missions.
Do they not clip onto that rope? I didn't see any of them clip on. Maybe they're doing it so fast that I don't see it.
MH-60
He's
Seahawks
kicking his feet,
provide
dude. You
aerial
know he's
support
having
and
fun.
mobility, enhancing the effectiveness of maritime interdiction efforts.
No clip. Holy shit. That's crazy.
The Seahawk
It
has
makes sense
maximum
because
range
if you get fucked up by that, like if you get like if it jams, you can get really fucked up.
Approximately 500 nautical miles, and can transport up to 12 personnel or about 9,000 pounds of cargo depending on configuration.
That's pretty impressive that they're not clipped in. It makes me wonder. Oh, we've done that. We've done this. Yo, those dummies are fucking heavy. Oh, they got lucky, dude. This one, it's missing some weight here on the end. Yo, like whenever I went to the academy, my academy at the fire academy, right? The academy. The dummies, dude, they were so busted up that by the time our academy ended, they were just in pieces, man. We did so many carries. We did the drag carries. We did like the the shoulder carry. They didn't want us doing that one too much because it's just not feasible with the firefighters pack on. It's just not the SCBA. It's not SCBA self-contained breathing apparatus. It's what they use that they clip into to breathe when they're in the fire. It's just not feasible to throw something over your shoulder. They also tried to train us into like holding them like out in front like this. That didn't, a lot of people can do that one because it's hard to do if you're short, at least for me. Cause like all my body weight is gonna go forward and it
Annual Recon Challenge brings together recon Marines and
those are
corpsmen
heavy.
to honor
I can see
fallen
how heavy
comrades
that is. That thing looks fucking heavy.
and test their capabilities.
A lot of people don't think it, but the dummies that we had to use typically whenever we were doing the scenario with the downed firefighter, they would have full bunker gear on. And whenever you try to drag that gear on fucking concrete, you hate every second of your life. Because it gets stuck on everything. It's like trying to drag a sandbag on gravel. It's fucking terrible.
The medical training casualty exercise simulates battlefield trauma care, teaching Marines to treat wounded teammates under fire. Evacuation drills require Marines to carry 180 to 200.
I've had to do this as well. As through my EMT class, we had to learn how to clip people to the helicopter boards. It's not as easy as you think. Depending on the type of board, it could be very, very bad. Like the ladies that was spinning out in the helicopter.
Casualties over rugged terrain for up to 5 miles, replicating combat extractions. Participants also engage in
Whoa, he looked like he stole something. What was going on with him?
Rifle range shooting, testing their marksmanship, speed, and accuracy under extreme
He's got a
stress.
bipod? What the fuck? That's cheating. Ain't no way you can have no bipod in the middle of combat.
Helocasting supports covert infiltration by enabling Marines to reach enemy coastlines or riverbanks undetected.
I wonder how many people have accidentally fallen off the boat into the water.
By
Not
enabling Marines to reach enemy coastlines or riverbanks.
I bet it happens
undetected.
a lot more often than you think.
Marines use helocasting to insert into open water from low-flying helicopters, enabling stealth approaches during amphibious operations.
That's crazy.
Marines conducting helocasting are trained in combat swimming, open water navigation, and recovering mission equipment. Helocasting missions are commonly conducted using CH-47 Chinooks, CH-53E Super Stallions, or MV-22 Ospreys.
Oh man, look at that wind from the helicopter. That's crazy, dude.
Using spy rigging, multiple Marines can be lifted 50 to 80 feet below a helicopter for rapid extraction.
Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that, dude. No, fuck that. Fuck that. If you think for a minute my ass would be dangling from a goddamn whirlybird with the wind hitting me in my face and the water blowing back on me, dangling from a fucking rope that's barely kept together by a fucking piece of metal, you fuck that. Yo, I would lose my shit. If I can't control, like, if I'm being, like, the only reason, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not even gonna bullshit with you. The only reason why, because, like, so in the academy, whenever you are doing ladder week, there's a whole week dedicated to just ladders. Just ladders. Just ladders. The first day, You're carrying the fucking ladders fully bunked up in what can only be described as the most hellish Texas environment you could ever be in, more so than Karens themselves, okay? So after that, after you're done you're done walking and picking up on these fucking ladders in full bunker gear in 90-degree fucking humidity and like 100-degree heat, after you get done fighting the black spots away and not passing the fuck out, you have to climb up the ladder and you have to wrap your legs around the ladder bunked up and you have to lean all the way back and kind of go like limp. I can do that. I did it just fine. Had no problems with it. Dangling from a fucking rope. That would be all end all for me. Now, if someone was really chewing my ass out, I could probably do it. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't think I could. I have never been in a helicopter. And in my personal opinion, there's no goddamn reason for me to be in a helicopter. Shit's too fucking high, it's too fucking noisy, and I fucking hate heights. Believe it or not. Big surprise.
Action from challenging environments.
I got offered to be on a ladder truck once, and I said, hell no. No. And with the planes falling out of the damn sky nowadays, my ass ain't getting in no damn airplane either. Shit. Best believe I'm not gonna do that. That is just fucking crazy. No, fuck that. I might be able to do a skydive. If you can get me in the plane and get me out of the plane into a skydive, I might be able to do it. I might be able to do it.
These capabilities are vital for special
I would love to do a Halo jump.
Direct action missions, and emergency recoveries in dynamic environments.
Hey, wait a minute.
Combat gear. Marines are taught to escape from a capsized helicopter while submerged.
Yo, that's the thing. That you could actually take a course as a firefighter that gives you a certification that says that you can help somebody who's in like a trapped vehicle. And they do this exact same thing to you. They put you in the vehicle, they turn that bitch upside down, and they thrust it into the water, and you have to wait a couple seconds for the water to get in, and then they have to time you of you getting out of the vehicle. High altitude. I don't know what the LO stands for. Halo. What does Halo stand for? Halo jump. Low opening. Okay, so that means they got to hit a target very precisely. Let me see. Is a specialized type of skydiving used by military special forces where jumpers exit an aircraft at a high altitude and deploy their parachutes at a much lower altitude. This allows for a longer free fall and a stealthier approach, as the aircraft can remain at a high altitude undetected at a high undetected altitude.
And wearing full combat gear.
That's if you're wondering, if you've played the game Metal Gear Solid 3, Nigel's actually sat through and watched me play it. In Metal Gear Solid 3, or in Delta when it comes out, Snake is brought in using the world's first Halo jump. So that's where they get that from.
Training takes place in a Dunker simulator, a rotating machine that mimics the disorientation of a water crash.
Holy Jesus Christ, that has got to be so disorienting.
Marines learn to locate exits, manage panic.
That is insane that we have the technology to just do this now. This is crazy.
Stay composed while disoriented and underwater.
So even when you shoot the helicopter down, you're like, oh, we got him, guys. And then you're just fucking dead. Because they're not dead, because they've been trained to leave a fucking falling helicopter. Like, that is crazy.
Scenarios include visual and contact navigation to find emergency exits within seconds.
But you notice how they had to wait a certain amount of time? They want to make sure that it's complete. It is the way it is.
Recon parachute operations enable stealth insertions into enemy territory via KC-130 Hercules aircraft, while MV-22 Ospreys and
I couldn't do that. I would have to have somebody push me out of the airplane. I don't know if I could, like, I couldn't do that.
Recon units train alongside.
I mean, I guess because, like, at a certain height, it doesn't really feel like you're up in the air, if that makes any sense.
Japanese allies to strengthen bilateral defense cooperation.
I can say that because I've never been in an airplane, so I don't know anything about it.
And regional stability.
Bro, I bet they have a lot of fun doing that.
The KC-130 Hercules serves primarily as a tactical transport and aerial refueling aircraft, supporting both ground and air operations.
I mean, I might do it for a stream. That'd be kind of a crazy stream. I would love to do shit like this for streams.
Force Recon swim qualifications test a Marine's endurance and survival skills.
Well, like, that probably wouldn't work if you threw something out the back of the helicopter that our plane that I really wanted. Because, like, my mentality is you just broke it. So, like, I'm not going to risk my life to go down there and get it. It's probably broken now. Like, even if I did jump out after it, there's no way I'd be able to find it. In all that air.
In challenging aquatic conditions.
Dogs.
Water survival screening includes a 500-yard swim to evaluate stamina.
And not necessarily jumping out of the plane. I couldn't, like, sit there on the edge like that of the plane ramp and look down because I wouldn't be able to go then. That's what I meant by I said I couldn't do it.
And open water proficiency.
So when you're doing the underwater, that's when you take in water. But when you black out, everything shuts off.
It's kind of crazy to think that even firearms nowadays don't need to be dry to fire.
It's
impressive.
Everything you got. Everything.
Marines must tread water for 10 minutes, ensuring they can stay afloat in emergencies.
Have a smoke trail? Yeah, I'd imagine if you had a smoke trail, I could probably find it.
Come on, guys, come on. Finish up.
The real question is, would I be able to actually grab
The test includes equipment removal and underwater escape drills that simulate real-life combat water scenarios.
If you can't,
what the fuck is that? Oh yeah, they gotta do climbing. Yep. I bet that sucks. I bet that day sucks.
And operational planning.
Yo, low-key, that's the best thing I've ever seen. What the fuck is that thing? They got little robots now? Bro, where the goddamn laser guns at? How we this advanced we ain't got laser guns yet? What's going on here? We got robots for testing dummies, but we ain't got laser guns?
Live fire exercises focus on movement to contact.
Hey, look at that fucking robot. People are gonna be like 30 years or 40 years in the future, they're gonna be looking at this and being like, what the fuck is that thing? It doesn't even move. It doesn't walk or talk. Why is it on wheels? Watch. You think I'm lying? Watch.
And defensive posturing under real conditions.
Bro doesn't even have arms, man.
Urban and rural combat drills improve decision-making under stress and adaptability across diverse terrain.
I don't really think there's much else here. IMD Aviation. Like I said, hit them up. Subscribe, hit the like. Their link will be down in the description to find their video. But yeah. We will be back on. They're working on a railgun. I know that they are working on a railgun. I think they did successfully make the railgun, but I don't think it's so big that it doesn't make sense to use it, from what I understand. So it's kind of like a give and take system at this point. It's because the technology you need to make a very good railgun just doesn't exist yet, because the parts aren't small enough to cause the amount of force it would take to even justify it as a gun. from what I understand. Now, you can have like a rail cannon. They have that. That works like crazy. But I think I'm going to roll up out of here. I got to edit these videos out. Make sure y'all have a good day. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same place. I will see y'all tomorrow, bright and early, boys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. And thanks for being you. Peace. See you tomorrow, Nigel.